take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back, slide, 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 you finna go live, slide, you finna go live, slide, you finna go live, slide, I like you got some skate, skates on, skates on, skate, I like you got on some 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 skate, it's time for the jet, let's go.
Well, what's up, Kane Nation, man? We back in the building, man. This is Wednesday, so you know it's Kane's Talk Live here on the Coach Me Coach podcast with Coach Hayes. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling, man. Let's talk about the U. That's right, baby. The U is all about the U. Shout out to my boys over there. U Talk, baby. It ain't no me without you. It is U Talk, baby. Shout out to them boys, D and Larry Frank in the building, man. Shout out to all of Miami Hurricane content creators, man. Flo, Locked On Canes, Caneville, Cavacito and Canes, John over there, all the boys, man. I hate that I started listening because I know I forgot somebody, but shout out to all those guys, man. We got an interesting show today. And I want to actually talk about Carson Beck. This is a gentleman that I have not talked about really a lot, if you want to know the truth. I have not talked about Carson Beck at all. I mean, I mentioned it, but I'm talking about like a breakdown and maybe what he can do for the Canes and so forth and so on. So today, I thought, with it being 94 days, 18 hours, 36 minutes, and 24, 23, 22 seconds left before we play Notre Dame, let's get into it. His injury, I guess, is healed. He's back throwing. It's been a lot of talk about this guy. So let's go ahead and get into it, and we'll talk about it. Let me get some love here to the chat. Shout out to Pilo. Shout out to the best channel on YouTube, Coach Hayes Football, man. Pilo, you always showing love, brother. And I thank you so much for that, man. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Yo. I guess it was with the 3 Ps for Ellen MVP in the building. Keep pushing the time back and still late. LV, it's 10:53. I'm right on time. I'm right on time. Max, slide. I'm working on a new intro, y'all. I'm working on a new intro right now, trying to get, put it together. It take a little bit of time for it, man. All right. LMV putting the thumbs up. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good, as the producer does, because she's on time and I'm not. Juan Manuel, hey, Coach Hayes, the Canes have a loaded weekend visitor list. They do. And I wanted to get into it, but I know you guys have been flooded with information. I started to talk about it. You guys have been flooded with information through all the other content creators. So I decided to kind of pivot a little bit and talk about Carson Beck. You guys are flooded with that information. I'm just going to regurgitate pretty much the same thing. I want to talk about it maybe afterwards, kind of see maybe what these visits were like for some of these guys, whatever the case may be. But I know it's a lot of guys on campus. I think Tristan Keys is on campus, Derek Cooper, and quite a few other guys, man. And so we'll see how that turns out. It's been a lot of, how do I say it? I don't want to say speculation. That's not the right word. There's a lot of talk in regards of how Miami Hurricanes use the transfer portal versus high school recruiting. And we know that Coach Mario Cristobal, recruiting is his number one thing. And he really believes in that, and I do as well. However, there's been some overlaps. Shout out to Cuban Kane. He'll probably pop in here in a second. But he talks about kind of over recruiting these guys. And we'll get into that here in a little bit. All right. Let me see who else is in the building as we let the thing build up. Because we're going to actually go through Carson Beck's highlights and lowlights. So this video is about to be copyright. I'm telling you right now. So do Coach a favor. All I'm asking, just hit the like, share, and subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the button. If you are a subscriber, go ahead and hit the share button, hit the like button, share it out on Twitter, so forth and so on. All right. Juan Manuel says, hey, Coach Hayes, the Cane. Oh, my bad. Faith Family Football. Yo, Coach Hayes, what's up, man? Big Bucket. What does this have to do with Shador? In the words of Tony, not a damn thing. And get that crap out of here. Matter of fact, don't come over here with that foolishness. Y'all, Colt members always trying to invade. Go to a Cleveland Brown podcast with that foolishness. You see this? It's all about the you. We talk about teams that got 5 national championships. That's what we talking about here on Wednesdays. Huh? We ain't talking about people that got 5 ESPY awards. Huh? We ain't talking about people that got 5,000 Twitter followers. We talking about a real program tonight. Get that crap out of here, man. Carson Beck has the goods. We're going to find out. Oh, man, come on, man. You ain't got to do me like this. I bet Coach was late. No, I wasn't. Rocky, we talking Canes. Finally need to bottle up on that young and restless. I bottle up on that cane juice. Y'all see my cup change, right? It's a little orange today, baby. I'm in the building. Your cup ain't far, but the orange, when that orange cup come out, boy, that's that fire. That's what it is. All right, let me see here. Some Nuvi. Yeah. Shalom Noel. Appreciate that. I guess I said that right. Elwood, what's up with you, man? Big Bucket, 100 records. He played 100 records. He played Al Green. He played Love and Happiness. Meow, meow. Something make you want to do wrong when you do right. Meow, meow. NASA, man, where you been, bro? Huh? Where you been, dog? I need you to call in tonight, dog. Green Tree All-American coach. Do you have any relationship with Mario now after the FIU days? No, we haven't spoken, but I mean, I think we cool. I think everything's good. I hope he doesn't take what I do on this show to heart. Just understand it's entertainment. It's a form of media. And I hope he understands. I have not spoken to him and anybody in the camp. Well, that's not true. I have spoken to people in the camp, but I hope he takes this as constructive criticism as well as praise, and so, that's what I hope. There you go, Rocky. You know what time it is. Okay. Got the violin teed up. Come on, Rocky. Get crap out of here. Anthony Dawson, what's up, coach? All right. Let me stop bloviating all this foolishness. So let's talk about Carson Beck, man. All right. Carson Beck comes to Miami from the University of Georgia. All right. He's been at Georgia since 2020. So he has 5 years in the books, 2021, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And now he'll be coming in 25. We all know he took an injury at the end of the season last year, hurt his elbow, has had surgery, did not participate in spring so far as athletically for the Miami Hurricanes. He's out throwing now. And so that's what it is. Real quickly, his first 3 years, he did not play very much. All right. Has a total of 36 completions in his first 3 years. I understand. He's sitting behind with Stetson Bennett, I believe. He comes in 23, started all 14 games, 302 for 417, 72.4% completion rating, 72.4. All right. And he threw for 3941, 3,941 yards, 24 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Last year, he was 290, so he was 12 short of his completion for 448, threw more passes, 64% for 3,485 yards, 28 touchdowns, but 12 interceptions. All right, and then he comes to Miami. Now, I have to say this. He's got some big shoes to fill, right, with Cam Ward. Cam Ward came in, had the one-and-done season for the Canes, got us to 10 wins, exciting season. Everybody doing this, whatever this crap is, I don't know. I wish it would have been something else, but whatever this is, they could keep it in the building. But shout out to them guys. I don't know what Carson Beck going to have for his celebration. I don't know what it is. Maybe I had a Thriller dance. The Thriller. I don't know. Anyway, let me get back to what I'm talking about. OG Kane, what's up, baby? All right. I'm a little discombobulated, I have to be honest. The screen that I normally have the comments on is over here now, and it's normally over here, but I got to put it over here in order to play the video. So I'm a little thrown off a little bit. So, you kind of get used muscle memory. And so that's what I'm kind of thrown off a little bit. All right. We're going to look at his highlights and his lowlights, but I want to start off with the lowlights. Okay. This video will be copyright. I'm telling you right now, it will be copyright because they're going to bang my head. If it's not the college teams that's going to do it, it's going to be whoever's video this is. and I'll try to get them love, man. Let me see here. The Lowlight video, TBD College Football Podcast. So if you hear this and the copyright come across, man, please don't bang my head. They only got 29 subscribers, which is love, all love. Don't copyright the video, man. Please. All right. And if the colleges decide to do it, then hey, I can't get past it. It is what it is. All right. So I got my trusty pen. We're going to be writing on the board. We're going to talk about this, go through this. That when I finish, we'll jump on the phone. And I want to hear what your thoughts are in regard to what you see on this film. Maybe some things I explained and some things maybe you saw that I didn't see that you can explain as well. And let's get this thing rocking. You got to forgive me. If you're in the comment section, go ahead and chop it up in there. I may miss some of it because I'm going to be looking at this screen over here and the comments are way over there. But we're going to make this happen. Let me go ahead and pop this up. I'll be down pretty low here at the bottom, but you can hear my voice relatively clear, I would assume. It's not going to be any sound on it. Just going to talk through it. As you see, Lowlights, Carson Beck. Let's get the ugly stuff out the way first and make it happen. Let me get myself set up here. Like a teacher in class. Don't know what I'm doing. All right, let's go. Okay. So y'all got the yellow thing. Y'all can see that. Look, I can scribble on the screen with you. All right, we good to go. All right. So let's look at this. See some of the low light plays. Some of them I'll kind of talk through. Some of them I'll kind of break down. And let's see what we got in this young man. 66 in the building and climbing. Go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe button as this video will be copyright. I mean, I can't really tell what happened. Shout out to Peter Woods in the building. All right, again, these are things right here. I mean, it is a low light. You drop the snap. You can't do that. You know, I mean, you playing in a game against Kentucky, 13-12, 2nd and 2. You end up dropping the ball. So be it. All right, let's get to the next one. This play was very interesting. I actually remember seeing this live. There's a lot going to happen. This is actually a screenplay right here, right? You're going to see this guy. He's going to come out. He's supposed to be blocking him. He's supposed to flash and come back and get this ball, and you're going to see the offensive linemen are going to start taking off. Carson Beck will get the blame for this, okay, because he's the quarterback. He throws the interception. But this gentleman right here is completely at fault. Maybe he didn't get the audible. Maybe he didn't get the play. But he's going to come through here and run this ball this way. And this is just a spot play. It's catch and throw to a spot because he's supposed to come here and come back to it. Carson Beck is throwing this ball to a spot. But he's going to take the blame for this, as you can see. Watch. See, it's just catch and throw. He's going to come block him, right? Now, here's the deal. If he comes back to this ball, I don't know if it's touchdown or not, but look at this wall. He's got here. You got a guy here. You got a lead here, and this guy's supposed to be running back through this way. It might have been a touchdown. I'm not really sure. Is it a low light? Yeah, it's a low light through interception. But I don't know how much, if you truly want to blame him, you can. I understand it. And you can see the confusion on his face, like, God dang it. All right, this is very interesting right here, right? Pre-snap read, you got one single high safety here, right? So what are you thinking? You either thinking, cover one, or you're thinking cover three. It's going to be one or the other, in your opinion, because you don't have any other guy flashing, right? And here's where Carson Beck, he does this quite a bit. He is eyeballing this dude down all day. And this guy right here is going to read into this and really just follow his eyes. You can see already his eyes are focused this way, right? He's waiting for this thing to clear right through here. And these guys right here are going to pick this ball off. This right here is a bad deal. And you'll see this is a common factor through some of his low lights. He has a tendency to eye the guy down. Where's the read? Maybe it's a pre-snap read. He knows it's open because he knows, hey, my pre-snap read told me it's cover three. I got a guy here. I got a guy here. The seam ball should be wide open. But he didn't take into account for the linebackers that's dropping and reading his eyes, okay? And Alabama did a good job. He's not, they don't spot drop, right? You have some guys that may spot drop means what? You got a guy right here, right? Curl to flat, hook to curl, middle to field, hook to curl, right? Or curl to flats, however it goes. Perfect example. Right here. He's spying this the whole time. He's spying his eyes the entire time. Right here, this middle linebacker. Right? It's 1st and 10. The pre-snap read is open. Now, if this guy's not here, That's probably a completed ball, but he didn't take into account for that. And that's something hopefully Shannon Dawson and the staff can teach him, and he'll learn. All right, here's another thing. And I'll say this to Carson Beck. We actually heard Cam Ward talk about this before. Setting your protection. Setting your protection. They're bringing everybody. Bro, there's only 11 on the field. They got 3 guys back. So that means it's 8 dudes coming right here. It's 8 guys coming. It's only 3 guys deep. Here's what's important. 145 in a second, 3rd and 10. 145 in a second, 3rd and 10. He doesn't throw an interception. He throws the ball away, but they got nothing out of it. Again, I don't know what their hot reads are, right? I have not a clue. But if you look at this, there's only 3 in the route, and they're sitting everybody here. You got 5, 6, and you got 7. He makes 8, so he doesn't count. They're bringing way more than he can block. Than they can block. They have to be on the same page, a hand signal, a word, whatever it is. Man, sit down. Let me throw you hot, make him miss, and you might be off to the races. Okay? Come here, man. Cut your route. Forget what coach said. Hey, run 10 yards, run the dig. Man, forget that. They're bringing more than we can block, right? I know it's 3rd and 10. They want you to get the ball out. Man, sit this thing down. Give it to him quick, right? You can do it up here at the top. Man, sit this thing down. Give it to him quick. He can make him miss, and now we off to the races. Watch how this thing plays out. Look at this. You can't block everybody. It's too many. Get the ball right here to this guy, but you have to know that pre-snap. You got to practice that. You got to work on that. See? Right now, sit down or drag this thing. Do something, whatever. I don't know. I'm not saying draw it up in the dirt, but what's the practice on this? And now he just throws the ball away to let us see another down. They punt it off. But hell, they down 28-7 going into the half. Let me check out the chat right quick. Y'all in here balling? All right, y'all keep up with me. Let's go through a couple of more of these. Come on, bro. You ain't got time to pump fake nobody. You ain't got time to pump fake nobody. About to get your head knocked off, Chief. All right, here we go. Oh, they got holding in the end zone. Holy smokes. That's tough work right there. That's nasty. Come on, Bet. This is no bueno right here. Right? And he's got 2 hands on the ball. Can't do this. Can't do this in these situations. That's no bueno, man. Here's what's funny, though. Look at this game. Look at this game, though. And this where Carson Beck, and I don't remember everything about it. Look at the previous play. 4th quarter, right? So people talk. 4th quarter, 13-43. The score is 15-33. Let's look at the next play. 49 seconds in the game. Have an opportunity to do what with this? Tie it up. 49 seconds. You on the 20. You on the 20. You got a chance to tie this thing up, man. That's saying something. He got some fight in him. But let's see what he does with it. Oh, God. Now, again, I'm not trying to make an excuse. These are 50-50 balls. Receiver. You can't allow this. PI this dude. Drag him down. He threw it up for you to fight for it. He threw it up for you to fight for it. He gave it air. It's your 50-50 ball. Protection's good. They take the shot. It's 1st and 10. Golly. And see, these are the unwritten things that people don't understand when you play the quarterback position. Your receivers have to help you sometimes, right? Your receivers have to get you out of bad situations sometimes. It's just football. It's what it is. All right. But they end up losing that game. All right, here we go. These are the lowlights, y'all. I'm not really tripping about that. As long as they ain't fumble the ball. It's whatever. I mean, batted balls happen. I mean, when I look at the interceptions he's thrown, I mean, he took balls and yeah, I get it. The dude flashes in his vision at the last second. Quarterbacks can't worry about that. I mean, you really can't. It just happens. These things happen. All right, here we go. Remember what I talked about. Look at his vision on this play. He gets this ball. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. He's already working this way already. Still looking. And when he tries to force this, INT. I'm not sure what he saw. I can't see on the back end of that route. They're pretty much like they're playing man. And my man gets in there. I guess he intercepts that ball. Bad ball. Bad ball. Jeez, come on. Again, this is that tunnel vision, right? You know what he didn't see? You know who intercepts that ball? This guy right here. He's not anticipating that this guy's going to drop and insulate these routes. He's looking at, oh, he got him beat. This guy drops and insulate this route. Your vision has to see all of this, right? You see him turn and run? Watch him. Right here. See him turn? He's turning. And he's finna haul tail out of there, man. And get right up underneath that. That's where vision comes in. I mean, could this be a better ball? Sure. If our number 7 was catching this, probably a catch. But it's a tip ball. Could it be a better ball? Could it be more accurate? 1,000%. But golly, bro. It's tough work right there. It's tough work. And if you look at this, look, I don't know where 11 is on this route. Should have been a comeback. Was it a curl? I don't know. 11 didn't even know the ball was coming to him. So what I'm seeing as I look at this, I mean, pocket is clean, no pressure. He didn't throw an errant ball because of the pressure. Pocket is clean. I think it's a miscommunication in, I don't know. And again, you don't see the clip from that end. Should he be coming back this way or did he curl inside? It looks like Beck throws his ball outside. I'm not making an excuse. Maybe he should have thrown it inside. I don't know. But regardless of the situation, ball is here. All right. And so a lot of these are timing routes and so forth. Oh my God, he looked like a quarterback right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Come on, Beck. What the heck? Beck, what the heck? All right, here we go. Now, let's talk about pass protection because, like I said before, Cam Ward said he didn't learn about pass protection until he got to Miami, how to set his protection. They're showing more than you can block. You got, right? Look at this. You got 5 here. All right. You got 5. They're showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. QB, you're responsible for the overhang. If he's coming off the edge, you got to get the ball out. Would it have been a touchdown? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know where the ball would have ended up. But those are the breaks. And see, that's what I'm looking at. What's bothering me is the locked onness. Shout out to Locked On Canes. When he locks on, it's almost like he goes into that tunnel vision. He doesn't see anything else around him, right? He see that guy open, but look what this guy does. He insulates the route. Look where he's coming from. He's coming from back here. Yeah, he's open versus this guy, but you got to understand what he's doing. He's insulating the route. Now, do these things happen? Sure they do. It's football. Golly, Carson Beck, we got to get you in some tackling drills. That's terrible. Dude took your ball. You better try to splat him on the windshield like a love bug. And if you notice his interceptions, yes, they're bad throws, but it's usually the dude that's undercutting the route that's getting them. Look at this. Again, guys, that's undercutting the route. I mean, hell, both of them could have picked this off. And again, you're not in situations where it's dire, like do or die. 1st and 10, right? 11:55 in the second. You're down by 4 points. It's not a big deal, right? That's what Beck need right there. What 11 gave him. Give him that work. Skate. Mother taking our football. See, I'm the kind of coach, I've been like, Beck. This is what I would have told him right here. Beck, go over there to the trainer right now and wash that crap off your face. You ain't playing like no goddamn warrior. You got to earn that doggone mask you got on. That crap out of here. And I have to say this too. I don't like this. I don't like it. As a quarterback, you got to fake it till you make it. I know it hurts, bro. But when the team sees this, you're their leader. When the team sees this, it shows doubt in you. I don't like this. Here we are, down by 7. Come on, your second quarter, not a big deal. Ain't like it's 12 seconds left in the game. And he doesn't have this. I don't think Beck has a lot of escapability. He can move the chains, but he didn't got the wiggles, right? He doesn't have the wiggles. It happens. I mean, I can't say it's 3rd and 4. You could throw it away to see, just throw it away to see another day. But, you thought you could escape. Not really tripping. More batted balls. Guys get their hands up. It is what it is. And I'll tell you this. When you throw balls in this range, that 15 and under range, balls will get batted down. It ain't the fact that he's short. He ain't no shorty, but it's the angle of the ball, right? That's just what it is. So when you're throwing balls in that 15 to 8-yard range, balls will be batted down. It's just because of the angle, all right? And so this happens. Shout out, we're doing a live, I guess, WRE on Carson Beck. These are lowlights. If you're just joining us, shout out to everybody in the building. We're looking at his lowlights. We're going to get to his highlights here in a second. Come on, bro. Right? Protection breakdown. See this face right here? If I see this and he wearing an orange or green jersey, I'm going to go slap off. See this face? This right here is a face of doubt. I don't like it. Put a smile on your face. Huh? God dang it. This is a face of doubt and disgust. And I understand it. But when you're a leader, you can't afford to do it. Right here, the protection breaks down. And when you don't have escapability, these things are going to happen. But this is where you have to know to eat this sack. Just eat it. God doggone it, hit the button twice. You got to know to just eat it. Second and 9. Right now, you're down by 7. Now they get the ball at the 50. Putting yourself in bad situation. But look at your team. This is what I'm talking about. Look at your team. Watch 11s. Watch their body language. Look at the body language. 11 have made 2 tackles so far. He played receiver. Look at the body language. See that? Come on, y'all. Can't have that bet. Did that ball get tipped? Yeah, it got tipped. Here's another tip ball. And the reason we know it's tipped, look at the referee. He's signaling tip. God, dog. That's tough. Come on, dog. This is bad pass protection. You got 7 in here blocking. It's 7 versus 4. And y'all lose. Right? That, blindside sack, man. Here's my problem. 71 give up the draws. He give up the draws. Look at this. He don't even go help back up. You mother. Look at this. You give the draws up and you leave your quarterback down here. That's saying something. I'm getting pissed. 71 gives up the goodies. Quarterback gets sacked, fumble, they recover. 15 is on the ground. Sir, you gave up the sack and you go straight to the sideline. You don't even help him up, baby. You okay? My bad. It won't happen again. Look, he's still down there. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Come on, man. It's 4 seconds, dog. They bring in 3. Five against 3, bro. 5 against 3. 1, 2, 3. 73 give up the draws. And again, he has to, it's 4th quarter, so he needs time to get it down there 60 yards down the field. Can you blame Beck for that? Nah, I don't think so. Let's look at a couple more here. Lord have mercy. 4th overtime. Two-point attempt, dog. Look at this. Wide open, Beck. God, come on. Wide open. Oh, come on, Beck. Help us out. Look at this. I get it. Remember that black line. I know he can't see that black line, but, right? If you know the field, look, his man comes up, dump it right over his head. Come on, Beck. Come on. Come on, Beck. What the heck? I don't blame him for this. This is not his forte. This is not his forte. 73. Look at 73 and the goddamn weight. Get out the way. Mother. All right, this last one. Again, another tip ball, right? It's a double move, right? It's a double move. You got to block. Interception. Focus, Hayes. Focus. It's getting hot in here. Drink some cane juice. Let me check through the chat for a little bit so I'll get to the good side. I love breaking down film, y'all. I love it. Let me go through some of this chat. God dang, Cuban Kane. I knew you was coming. Should have gave the money to yours. Y'all suck. Well, he here now. Be a fan. Coach Hayes starting lots of trouble.
TV off. Turn the off. K. Voice.
Hey, LMV, much love. Turn the TV off. Turn the off K. Voice. I don't know what that means. Oh, is that Kendrick Lamar? Turn the TV off. I'm too old. I'm too old for that. But I don't know what this new thing is. I don't know how it turned on. I don't know if StreamYard is reading out chats. But if that's what y'all hear, then that's what it's about to be. Turn the TV off. Turn the off. K. Boy. Anyway. Shout out to P-Lo. Run the ball, Dawson. Now, here's what I'm going to say about the low lights as I clean up the screen. The low lights are very fixable. The one thing that I see is his peripheral vision as a QB needs some enhancement. The insulation of routes by defenders, he has to understand that. That's based on what I just saw there. I can't say I watched a ton of Georgia football last year. But based on what I saw there, that's the biggest flaw. Batted balls. He has quite a few of them. Now, is that because maybe his arm is not going over the top? I'm not getting into the mechanics of being a quarterback. Is it part of their scheme? Because I'm telling you, defensive coaches, defensive coordinators, they understand that. The tendency is, hey, guys, we can't get to him. O-line does a pretty good job. Center guard tackle. Center guard center. Guard center guard. Stay in his passing lane. Put your hands up. Maybe we can deflect a few balls, get some interceptions that way. Because we've seen of the 12 interceptions that he threw, maybe 5 of them on here were tip balls. I'm assuming, I didn't count. Maybe somebody can count in the chat. But 5 of them were tip balls. I think it's very fixable. I think he could definitely get us a first down, move the chains, keep the sticks moving. I'm loving it. Is he Cam Ward with it? No. When I'm talking about Houdini in the pocket, no. Is he going to get a play like he did with Riley Williams where he fighting through and just dump it off? No. I think his tunnel vision could be his Achilles heel. Unless Shannon Dawson goes in there and fixes that, if he can take his vision from here to here, and that comes through film study. I have to be very honest. That comes through understanding defenses, understanding concepts, understanding how defenders play certain defenses, understanding disguises. Those things right there will enhance his game. Dare I say, those things right there may have hurt him in his draft grade. So he pulled, in my opinion, I think people said this about Cam Ward. It's not a knock, it's the reality. I said before, I believe Cam Ward came back to college increase his draft stock as he did because he had to show he could be a leader. And that's exactly what he did. He came, he saw, he conquered, from record sales to sold out concerts. He went cockeyed, coach. I tell y'all, I apologize for not reading the chat. It's on a different screen. When I get back, I'll read it, but y'all have fun. I had to rearrange the format here a little bit to do this. So that's where we are in regards to the lowlights. Let's look at some highlights. Now, as highlights, oh, damn, I just closed the highlight. Doggone it. What if somebody said that was the highlights, coach? Oh, God, dang. All right, I'm looking for, I just closed it. Lord, ESPN gonna kill me, man. Y'all just tuning in right now. This video will be copyright already due to the footage we're using. All I'm asking, guys, go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe button for me. If you already subscribed, hit the share button, hit the like button, put it on Twitter, whatever. Make it happen. I would appreciate it. We're going to get it rocking. Let's go ahead and jump into this. This is the highlight section of his video. Let's see what he does well. Let's see what he does well. All right, here we go. Now, how this made a highlight, I don't know. The dude got shot by the sniper. Again, these are the things I'm talking about where I say he can get you a first down. I mean, he ain't shifty. He ain't going to be super fast. He ain't going to Lamar Jackson this thing. But the dude just got shot by the sniper. Bah! First down. They got a nerd. Look at this. Man, if you don't get your behind up. I actually like this play. Let's talk about this a little bit. This is a boot action. Shout out to Black Butterfly. So what you're going to get is really a quarter roll with a throwback. This ball is going here to 7. All right? He's going to get this look. But let me go back. He's going to get this look. He's going to quarter roll it. All right? But the defense sees this. They see rollout. And what concepts come up in rollouts is what? You're going to see what? Long, medium, short. What does that mean? Somebody going to take you long. Somebody going to take it medium. Somebody going to take it short. All right? That's what should be triggering in the minds of defenders. When you see this action, you should automatically be thinking some type of drag action, somebody taking you deep, somebody coming back.
Celebratory hands in the air emoji, football emoji, 100 emoji.
Shout out to the Juice. Been a member, 21 months, Juice. Man, appreciate you, baby. Y'all go ahead and clap it up. Our O-line is the key. Thank you for that, Juice. I appreciate you. But here's a great play design by them. He's going to come here, and it's a throwback. Remember what I told you? He's going to look like he's bringing it across. He's going to bring it back. Why? Because once you get this quarter roll, he can throw it back this way because everybody's anticipating the ball is going to be thrown over here on this side of the football field. I know it's a lot of scribble scrabble, but that's how coaches talk. You ain't used to it. They're tough. Look at that. Nice, easy throw. Nice, catchable football. Not a lot of power, right? Just easy pitch and catch. Let him do his thug thizzle, man. I love it. 2nd and 3, up by 6. See, these are great play designs right here, right? Had him fooled, put him in a blender. They run the wheel route. And here's what I'll say about Beck. He throws a lot of early balls. And if your receivers are not on the same page, you can't get mishaps. He doesn't have to see the whites of your eyes in order to throw the ball to you. Watch this play. This ball is actually in the air before the receiver turns around. Watch this. Look at this. He's already in throwing motion. This dude is still pumping arms right here. He's not looked back yet. Watch this. He just turned around and look at the ball right here. He still hasn't turned around and located the football. So I don't know if that's something that Shannon Dawson's going to carry over into the season. I'm not sure. But Carson Beck knows where the ball is supposed to go. And sometimes that too can be your Achilles heel if it's not there. Great back shoulder fade, right? Great back shoulder fade. Good ball placement, right? Nothing number 10 could do about it, except maybe try to punch it out at the end. And here's what's hilarious about football today. The whole offensive line is run blocking. Look at number 69. That's an offensive lineman. This black line is the line of scrimmage. Dude, you talking about downfield, bro. 1, 2, 3. He about 4 yards downfield blocking. Ref ain't calling that, man. Touchdown. Bulldogs. Let's go. Great. Look at this. Great ball. And this is what I'm saying. He throws balls early. This is a good throw. I wish I could see everything. Oh, my God. Look at the offensive lineman. He got put in a blender. Look at this. Ugh. Ugh. This is actually, can I say this? I don't know how great of a throw this is, but this is a great way to come back to the ball by this receiver. Because if this receiver goes like this and try to get through there, it might be pick six. But this receiver comes and steps in front of him. Great job, bro. Now, I don't know. I can say this. What we looking like back here? Huh? What we looking like? I don't have the end zone cut of this. That's tough work. I love the look off. Look at the look off. This is what we're talking about. Look at this. He knows his drag is coming. Keep the safety. It's a safety back here. He's working him off. He's looking this way. Right? Once he sees it, that guy commits. Because watch this play right here. See this referee? He's actually going to get in way. I think number 24 I saw that just popped in here, and he runs into him. He's looking the safety off this way. He knows he's going to pop through here, right? Trust his protection. Great. Look at this wall right here, man. Golly. Great wall of China. My man back here getting worked. And then watch him look it off. Boop. They go look at 24. I knew it. Watch, he's going to run right into the runs into him. Look at this. You worried about blaming him, but you ain't got enough speed, 2-4. Look at it. You might well act like you pulled a hamstring. See that look this way? That's what makes 24 stick right here. It's too late now. This goddamn flipping the ball stuff. Look at him flipping the ball. I know a lot of quarterbacks do that now to get the threads in their hand and get the laces. I've never been a fan of it, but hell, I ain't no quarterback either. Now, here's what I will say. Here go another stare down, right? Here's another stare down. The difference is you're playing Tennessee Tech. You're playing Tennessee Tech. 1st and 10, bruh. Not mad at this. Great throw. Great catch. But I understand who you playing. Take penitentiary chances. Great throw, great catch. I ain't mad at it. I can tell you right now, bunch concept with a cut split. You know what you about to get out of this? Mesh. Huh? But again, who you playing? Tennessee Tech. There go your mesh right here. Easy pitch and catch. Look what I love. Looks him off. Everybody's confused. He's going to get lost in the sauce, right? They bring in a bunch of traffic, bunch of things. He's going to get lost in the sauce through here. He looks this way early to make anybody stop and stay. Easy pitch and catch. Touchdown. I'll tell you this. I don't like their scramble drill here at Georgia. I think he's in trouble. He's getting out of here. What's the rules of engagement? Y'all remember set it off? Huh? What's the protocol when you got that fire in your face? Right now, 32 is lost. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. He's just going through the motions. I'll tell you this, that's a great throw on the run, though. Great throw on the run. Look at this. Threaded the needle right there, baby. Love it. Love it. Man, put that thing out there, Beck. Stop playing. Better team come back. Let's go. Let that thing fly. I'm tired of looking at Tennessee Tech. I'm sorry. We got to get to another team. This is terrible. I can't do it. Won't do it. All right, here we go. Kentucky. See, like, even in his highlight is an issue. He doesn't see the under guy. I don't see how he doesn't see this guy. It's like he gets tunnel vision on this. It's a highlight because he caught it. But damn it, that's almost an interception. And I'll be as honest as I could be right here. Man, it's 3rd and 2. Press this line. Press the line. It's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. We about to give up the draws. That's close work right there. Don't flinch, 15. Don't flinch. See, here's a big communication. Here's a big miscommunication between the running back and offensive tackle. Running back's going to insert in here. He's going to be here. He's going to stunt, right? And what does he do? He doesn't take outside. He turns back inside. He goes inside. That leaves this guy straight shot. Watch it. There's the stunt. So that means he doesn't know where the blocking scheme is. Because what is he going to do? He's going to turn inside to block him. He blocks him. That gives him a free shot at Beck. Way to stand in there 15 and flinch. This damn flipping the ball stuff is killing me. I wish I had the end zone cut. I can't because I can't see what everybody else is doing. Here go that same boot. Here go the throwback, right? Now watch how Kentucky reacts. Everybody's going to start what? Coming this way with the throwback. Drawing all on the screen. Let's look at some more of these. A few more of these. Alabama. Great. Oh, great throw, right? But here's the guy insulating it, right? Look at this. It's cover 2. That's a good throw. I'm not mad at that. But understand, watch 7 insulate this route. Okay? 7 was playing up here in the flats. He has no threat. His job is to insulate this route for any corner action. There's a guy over the top. There's going to be a safety over the top. There he is. I'll knock your head off. I'm sorry about the chat, guys. I get focused on it. I'll be ready. I like this play design right here. I love it. I mean, it's really a design pick, man, but it's designed for you to pick yourself off, right? You got that wheel route here. He's going to run here. You're going to try to get in each other's way. Before you know it, he sits right here back of the end zone for the touchdown. Love it. See, watch the natural pick of it. See that? 13 gets in his way. Before you know it, he's trailing. And I hate to say this, but I'd rather give this ball air because see this guy floating underneath? This is what I'm saying. I'm glad they gave us this end zone cut of this. Watch 11. Right? If he feels it, he just don't get deep enough. Give this ball air so 11 can't get there. Watch 11. Right? I mean, it's got enough. Don't get me wrong, but oof. See, Beck threw this ball for this dude. He's in open. Look, he hasn't even turned around yet. He throw a lot of spot balls, man. Look, this guy is just turning around. Look where this ball is right here. He's just turning around. Holy smokes. All right. Hey, are the Miami Hurricane wide receivers prepared for this kind of action? Let's see, baby. I'm ready for it. It's big time right there. Little honey hole shot. I love it. He's got good touch. I'll say that. 11 with a straight push off. I got to love it. But these are 50-50 balls, guys. These are not, they're made for the receiver to fight for it. Me gave him a nice little push off right there, 11. That's nasty work. Watch this. I mean, it wasn't crazy, but it's what it was. Put that thing out there, baby. I mean, I ain't mad at it. Good throw ball, good. But again, he's tunnel vision on the double move. You know, here's the beauty of it. You got a guy here. Ooh. Ooh. Hold up. Did I just read this right? 28-33. Huh? Plus 6. How much that give you? What's 28 plus 6? Huh? Let me draw a little 6 right here. What's 28 plus 6? 34-33. Plus 1 for the field goal, 35. And Georgia let them come back and score with 2:31 in the game. Yowzer. I'm loving it. Yeah, he got him with the pump, though. Right there. That made the safety bite. Boom, he turns it up. That's big time. Let's go. That's big. I love it. All right, this will be last one. Auburn. 862-799-9956. Start taking some phone calls. Great throw right here. Loving it. 3rd and 2. Huh? Eesh. Ugh. Big dog. Ugh. I mean, he's just good footballs right here. These are good footballs, good route combinations, good philosophy. Oh, God, he scared me. I thought I was an interception. He overthrew that dang ball. Y'all not going to fool me. Come on now, Beck. Wait a minute. You supposed to throw this drag route right here, right? This underneath. It just happened to. I love it. They made it a highlight. This ball is supposed to come right here to this dude. Instead, he throws it back here to this guy. Well, it goes over his head. Look, he wasn't even anticipating. He wasn't even looking for it. Good job. Good job, 6. I love it. Let's look at it right here. Yeah, he threw. Oh my goodness. Wow. Unless that's by design. That's some extra stuff right here now. Again, other 50-50 balls. Not mad at that. But here's what I'll say. Look at your dragger. Look at your dragger. I mean, he had to throw the ball. I get it. But the dude right here wide open. Let's go. Good throw right here. Great throw. Low and away. Great throw right here. Right? Low and away. Can't nobody get it but him, man. That's it, man. We're going to look at that right there. Let me get this thing set up. Oh, I'm going to remove myself. 862-799-9956. Go ahead and call on in, man, if you want to talk a little Carson Beck, what you think he's going to do. I'm trying to get my screens back straight. This thing is crazy right now. Trying to go through this. Oh, it'd be nice if I open up the phone line too, huh? I ain't even open up the phone line. Yowza. Coach, you over here tripping? I appreciate y'all hanging out with us, man, as we break down Carson Beck, talking a little ball. Oh, shit. There we go. Host. We already got, hey, shout out to DP.
One other participant in the conference.
Shout out to DP. He already in the building. DP, what's up with you, baby?
What it do, Coach Hayes?
I'm good, man. So we went through a little bit of breakdown. Shout out to DP. Okay. We live in the back. Shout out to DP. He already. I just want to tell you, man, we went through some highlights. We went through some lowlights. I have never really talked about.
Oh, Carson. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm watching. I'm checking it out.
Yeah, I never really talked about.
Maybe Beck's favorite target.
Uh-oh. Shout out to Susie Pink in the building. Lofton may be Beck's favorite target. All right. Well, Susie Pink been a member for 19 months in the building. Y'all clap it up. Clap it up for Susie. I'm going to take your money in the fantasy league, Pink. Who's that coming? Oh, hold on. I think everybody open right now. Hold on. I got to do this.
All participants are muted.
All right, I got to mute this and then open up. All right, DP, talk to me.
Okay, bet. Okay, we back in the flesh.
Yeah.
All right, Coach Beck finna have the best year of college he ever had, man.
All right.
Ain't how many top defenses is he gonna see compared to what he seen last year in the ACC? And then we finna run that ball, baby. All we need Beck to do is not mess up. All we need him to do is not be TBD.
Okay. That's fair. But I will say this, the mistakes in which I see he has made, to I guess kind of to your point, everybody, all defenses run it, we do it too. I don't know how well other teams do it. But that's just vision for him. Like he can get picked off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's vision. He just has to see the insulator, right? He has to see the guy that's roving roving underneath the route that's here to undercut everything. It's kind of like as I look at his film, he gets so laser focused on that guy that he doesn't see the other colors flashing, or maybe he doesn't. And this is all assumptions, guys, on my behalf, just based on looking at this film. I may be 1,000% wrong, but I doubt it. But what I'm saying is, through my experience, it's because guys get so laser focused, they get it's like looking through binoculars. You can only see right here. Binoculars don't have peripheral vision. You know what I mean? And so, as a quarterback, you got to be able to see more than what you're looking at. Hope that makes sense.
Oh, I definitely know what you mean, Coach. If I trust anybody, I trust your eye. You got a lot of experience in this, neighborhood and this network. And I also want to say, like, Cam
Appreciate
Ward
that,
let
man.
me know that Dawson ain't just out there benefiting off of talent. Like he said, Cam Ward say he ain't even know how to read protections and set up his protection for real until he got to Miami. So, and with that being said, hopefully Dawson be able to go over this with Carson Beck, the same thing you seen. Hopefully he see the same thing. And they go over this, we work on that thing. Now I don't know if I think Carson Beck probably back in Miami by now. I don't know if he's still up there in Jacksonville, but hopefully he back. You feel me? Get some work in with the wide receivers.
He better be back. I mean, hopefully he back. Man, look here, somebody gonna but these tickets ain't cheap. Somebody gonna be paying.
Not at all.
Get your
But yeah, I feel like our running game really gonna help Carson Beck more than people realize this year.
Yeah, I think it will. You get a lot of play action. I definitely think you get some pro style looks out of it. The play action, throws off the play action. Perimeter throws, right? Those 45-degree angle throws is what really helps a lot of quarterbacks because you don't have all that garbage in front of you, right? When I say garbage, I mean the defensive lineman throwing their hands up. So, it is interesting for a guy his size to have as many batted balls. I wonder if I wonder if Shannon Dawson and Carson Beck really had a conversation and talked about why those things are happening. Of course, we know why it happened. The guy put his hands up. But is it the angle of the ball? Is it the trajectory in which he throws the ball? Is it the type of routes? Are the routes maybe too shallow where you have to throw it on that lane? Was it a defensive scheme where the guys weren't rushing? They fell back at that 5 to 6 yard lane, throwing their hands up. It's a couple of different things, but I think it's definitely a warranted conversation.
So one thing I can say for Cam Ward to be roughly 6'2", he didn't have many batted balls. He didn't have that many batted balls to be, not that big of prototypical size quarterback, 6'3", 6'4" guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it surprised me, like you say, Carson Beck, even Emory Williams getting his balls batted in the bowl game. And these guys are kind of taller. Like you say, either it's an arm angle or they getting coached like, when you see this or when you read this or that, put your hands up. You might not be able to get to the quarterback, but put your hands up. This, that, and third, like you said.
For sure. Like I say, I mean, I'm interested. Like I said, I didn't watch a lot of Georgia football last year. I had to be as honest with that. But when I looked at some of his tape when they brought him in and all of that kind of stuff, like I said, there's two things that just stuck out to me. One was his vision, and two was his face. Right? I mean, after you throw interceptions and things, come on, dog, you can't do that, right? Because your team is looking for you to lead. And when you look confused,
yeah, that's that TBD stuff.
Yeah, when you look confused, they get confused, right? because everybody's looking
Well,
for their leader.
One thing I will say, Coach, when I was watching football, I watch a lot of the teams. I watch a lot of Georgia football last year too. Carson Beck, he one of them guys that really keep that same face. I call him when he be playing bad, I call him Napoleon Dynamite. When he playing good, you feel me? I call him Carson, you feel me? Because, when he get that Napoleon Dynamite and looking confused out there, looking lost, like he don't know what to do, somebody don't smush his tater tots in his pocket, you feel me? You get irritated with him. But when he's playing like Carson Beck, he's one of the guys that's going to lead the team to success. Like that film we were just watching with the Alabama game, that right there showed you what he can do when it comes to leading the team, putting the team on his shoulders.
Yeah, and to that, right, as you watching the game, they getting smothered out there, 33-15, and before you know it, they were up and 2 minutes left in the fourth. 2.5 minutes. Yeah. So, but again, that goes to show you that people hold a quarterback in higher regards when it comes to winning and losing games. Yeah, I didn't start off strong, but at 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, I got us up by $1. And then he throws the interception at the end, with 40-some seconds. But it is what it is with that too.
With this stat line, say if Carson Beck give us this stat line, how would you say we may do? Carson Beck, roughly a little over 3,500 yards passing, 30 touchdowns passing, 6 INTs, and probably about 100 yards rushing, and 3 touchdowns maybe.
Okay.
How do you feel like we fare if he put up that stat line?
DP, don't do this to me. Because all right, I gotta keep it real. Hold on. I gotta keep it real. My problem is
we're gonna run the ball a lot more. You feel me? We're gonna run the ball a lot more.
That's fine, but here's my problem. Here is the one hurdle we got to get over, DP.
Defense.
Nope. No.
Okay, well, let's hear.
Losing a game on a humbug. Right?
Ooh.
You go out here, put up 341 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. We put up, 200 yards rushing. And we get a false start on something where we get the game-winning field goal, and to put us out of field goal range. Now it's a 58-yarder versus, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of crap. All right, that's what I'm saying. But, man, DP, let the people know where they can find you, man. I got Rocky on here. I got Shot-Town Kane. I got 7070 on the line.
Man, come show me love at Talking Sports with DP, man. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate you for the love, Coach Hayes.
Much love. DP, I'm going to ask you something, right?
What's up?
This been crossing my mind forever. And I finally figured it out.
What?
You know who you remind me of?
Who?
Has anybody ever said, hey, you look like such and such?
Man, I don't heard a lot of different people. I ain't gonna count to you.
Give me one guy that you think one person you think you look like.
Shoot, I'm gonna give you 3 for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you Nick Cannon, Jaru, and the guy that was on Coach Carter, the point guard, the worm dude.
No. You look like the dude from All American with Tay Diggs, the football. You just got a mustache. Man.
This is the first time I heard that, but I can see why you say that.
You just got a mustache, but to take the mustache, do like this, and you look like that dude, man. If y'all don't know who I'm talking about, go look at that dude, and then go to Talking Sports with DP, and then go look at his face. Huh? There we go. That's how we get him over there, baby. That's how we get him over there.
That's real. That's real.
Game recognized game, dog. Let's rock. All right, DP, much love, baby.
All right, my guy.
For sure. All right, man. Daryl Page in the building. All right, man. We got my man Rocky in the building. Talk to us, Rocky.
All right, man. First of all, I got to get something out of the way. B12, if you're listening, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out tonight. I know you called in last time, but I wasn't there. You made sure I wasn't there when you called in. That was the thing. I was there early, had to come back, had to leave, take care of some business, come back late. You made sure and called in when I wasn't there. So you be listening. I'm here tonight. Call in, V12. I'm hunting for you. I'm hunting for you. How to get that out of the way, Coach? What's up, man?
Sound like it. I already talked to her. What's going on?
Nah,
What you
man,
think
so
about the
look,
breakdown?
Look, what's up?
I said, what you think about the breakdown? On point, off point?
No, I was gonna say I love it. I love the breakdown. So here's what you got to look at, right?
Mhm.
So what did Mario and Mirabal and Shannon Dawson have to do to get Carson Beck to come to Miami? Yeah, let's put the $4 million aside. Let's put it on NIL aside, right?
Mhm.
You got to come in and you got to say, okay, Carson, you come to Miami. We're going to give you the best offensive line in the country, or one of the best. We're going to give you a running game that is solid, if not one of the best in the country. Top 5, in my opinion, a great backfield. And we're going to make sure we're going to keep your jersey clean, right?
Okay.
So when you take that and you factor that into the breakdown that you just gave, look, Georgia last year is what I was talking about in the chat. If you go back 2 years ago, that's where Carson Beck made his money. Georgia last year was suspect. They lost a lot of players, especially on offense. All right. They lost Brock Bowers. They lost a couple of receivers. That's why they had to bring in Kobe Young. So when you look at it from that perspective, I mean, some of those things you were going through, yeah, maybe staring them down too long. Yeah, things happen with the batted balls, but I mean, really, to me, Georgia fell off last year offensively compared to what they had been in the past. You look at a lot of those games, a lot of those the defense won a lot of those games. So,
well, I think also,
I'm
I'm sorry to cut you off, but I don't think they had dynamic receivers, right? They lost Brock Bowers.
No,
they didn't have explosive guys, right? Think about this. How many receivers watching his highlight after he threw them the ball, they made they took that thing 60, made a dude miss and just hit the gas.
How many of those 50 balls in your breakdown did you say, man, I'm impressed by that receiver? How many?
Right. There you
Not
go.
a lot, Coach.
Right.
Not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And if we knew what Kobe Young was, that's why we jettisoned his butt to Georgia, right?
Oh, that's tough.
So,
Rocky, that's tough.
Hey, man, it is what it is. So now you bring in Shannon Dawson. So Shannon Dawson looks at the film that you just broke down greatly, I might add. All right.
Thank you,
what you got to do? You got to just what Cam Ward said last year. You got to teach him about how to set up his protections. Right. That takes film study. Looking at the defense. Look what you said. Understand the defensive concepts. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then secondly, you incorporate. And this is something you missed. You incorporate what Shannon Dawson loves and what us Canes fans hate.
Drag route.
Shannon Dawson's vaunted wide receiver screen game, which we're going to see. Get ready for it. It's coming. That will help take the pressure off Beck early on in games, get him comfortable in the pocket, help him play pitchy catch with the receivers fast. That way they can bring the defense up and help them go down the field better. But I think that this Miami team, I know this Miami, as far as offensive line, this Miami team's got the best offensive line in the country. I just saw here recently where we were ranked number 1 as far as O-line, top O-lines in the nation. We were ranked number 1 by one of these outlets or whatever. The key to Miami this year is the defense. We can't give up. Obviously, we can't give up like we did last year. That was, beyond pathetic.
Right.
So the key this year to me is Heatherman, the running game, because Mario's going to go back to Mario ball. VP said it last call. We're going to want to run the ball, Coach. Mario going to want to go back to running the ball. I don't care if they got 8-9 men in the box. Mario probably still try to run the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, but that's what he's going to want to do. We all know Mario. He's looking. A lot of people have said it before. When you look at this team and what Mario's building, he's building us like a Michigan. People have made that comment before. Whenever Jim Harbaugh and all that kind of style, let's say. But I mean, that's where it's at. But no, I love the breakdown, Coach. And I mean, to me, we're going to be fine. I think once Dawson gets his hands on, and he already has got his hands on, once he gets his hands on Carson, I mean, he already got his hands on him in the film room. Once he gets out there on the field, I think he'll implement a strategy to help take advantage of Carson's, strengths, minimize his weaknesses, And we're going to roll with that running game and offense and just see what the defense can bring to us this year. I mean, the schedule's manageable. Really, the only games I'm worried about is the first game against Notre Dame, and then we got a tough stretch there at the end. We're like at Virginia Tech and at Pitt late or something like that. We're away late.
Yeah.
Those last couple of games at the end of the year, but it's manageable, man. So what you think?
I mean, I agree. I'll just say this. Like I said, Carson Beck's biggest thing is between the ears, right? And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that's where he has to enhance that. And you have to anticipate one thing about this game, bro, especially at the quarterback. DBs are getting better. Defensive coordinators are getting better. They're getting more, how do I say it? Sneaky, right? They're teaching better tricks and they're before defenses used to react to what offenses did. Now these defensive coaches are now teaching defenders offensive concepts. They're teaching spacing concepts as if they're receivers.
Would you say more coach? Would you say that more coach on the back end or in the front seven or really both? What would you say?
Well, I won't say the front seven because you're talking about D-line, but I'm talking about the linebackers who are in. No, linebackers are not built like they used to be. They don't look like Zach Thomas anymore. These linebackers, Did you see that interception? He was the middle linebacker. He turned and ran after looking at the read and everything, turned and ran and intercepted a seam ball. These guys are like oversized safeties now, bro. We talking about linebacker looking like Louis Oliver. You know, I know I'm going back a little bit, but I'm just saying, like they have those type of bodies. So you have to understand that the bigger, faster, and stronger these defenders get, the more athletic they get, the more they can do. I've never seen Zach Thomas turn and run. I've never seen Mike Singletary turn and run from the middle of the field and intercept a seam ball off the hash. Have you?
So you're saying, so I guess what you're saying, Coach, is as a quarterback, like in this case, Carson Beck between the ears, as crafty as the defense is getting, you got to be craftier. You got to understand who's at that second level, what they can do, what moves they can make, and enhance your film study even more.
That's 1,000%. Right? Yeah, you got to study these defense. Like you can't say, all right, Carson Beck, this team likes to run cover 3. And you know everybody in the country runs cover 3 exactly the same. You can't. 20 years ago, you probably could do that. Okay, they run cover 3. That means you got the corner, he's got deep third, the free safety's got middle third, and the other corner has deep third. Right?
Right.
Outside, the strong safety's gonna have curl to flat, right? The linebacker's gonna have hook to curl, the other linebacker's gonna have hook to curl, and the wheel's gonna have curl flat. Right here's where you want to throw the ball. No, these dudes are playing match zone underneath that stuff. As intricate as the offenses get, the defenses are just as intricate. They got match zone going on now. These guys are knowing how to insulate routes when you don't have work. Go find work. And I'm telling you, like people underestimate this game and how it is evolving. If I could show you, I got playbooks. I used to collect playbooks, believe this or not. You can look at playbooks. Like I had the Dolphins 72 playbook, right? You know, somebody photocopied it and had it. And then you look at playbooks today. Bro, the Dolphins playbook in 72 could be ran by Pop Warner today. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because it was just, the game was so different. You have more receivers out there now, more people that are ball catchers. You know, it just was different.
You got athletes at these positions now that can do so many things that make you so, I hate the word multiple, but so dynamic, let's say, that, it just makes it that much tougher on your offense. But I mean, looking at the Canes, if you go back, you don't really have to go back because none of us have forgotten it, but how many points a game did we give up last year? If we can cut that in half of, let's say, by 3 quarters, and Carson Beck not turn the ball over on offense, I think we'll be fine.
Man, if we could just take, if we could average just taking 10 points off of each one of those scores, we look real good. Just 10 points. You ain't got to cut it in half, dog. Just take 10 points off. We beat Cal what 38-39?
Yeah.
You take
I
hold on, you take
mean,
10 points off.
Last year
You take 10 hold on, you take 10
don't-
points off 38-39. We win 39-28. That look way better.
way better. We all know what last year was, man. Coach, I got a lot to talk about. Man. I got so many.
Well, I'll say this, Rocky. Let's do
this.
this. I got other callers. If you want to hang out in the back, when I get a dead spot, I can bring you back on, or you call back in. It's up to you.
I'll be here.
All right, my brother. Appreciate it. Shout out to Rocky in the building, man. Shot-town Kane, talk to me.
What's good, Coach? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Where you been, brother? I've been missing you, man.
I've been busy, man. Been busy. Got a new job, so
Okay.
I've just been busy, man.
Okay, I thought you was out there pimping clothes and slamming Cadillac doors, but you know what I mean? Do or die.
Nah. I think those days might be over. I'll keep you updated.
Oh, that boy that got Travis Hunter. Y'all clap it up for Shot-town Kane. He get married tomorrow.
That's crazy. Nah.
Oh, my bad. I ain't supposed to read that deep into it. My bad.
He could definitely not. You good, bro?
I'm just messing with you. What's up with you, man? Talk to me. That's crazy that the word Travis Hunter became a verb. He got Travis Hunter.
Oh,
he got
sure.
he got mossed. He got hunted. Anyway, go ahead.
No, you good. Honestly, I think last year, I think Carson tried to do too much as a quarterback, because I think 2 years ago, when he actually had his really good, year statistic wise, he had some receivers that he had some chemistry with, or I think that he felt that he could trust to be on the same page with them. Because like you said, like in the, when you were watching the lowlights and the highlights, he never really had a receiver that everybody knew was, that guy. And I don't think Miami has that, but I think we have more talented receivers than Georgia, because I think Georgia's receivers have usually been their weakest point. Their tight ends have been good, but I think receiver wise has been like kind of a low for them.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, yeah, last year it just wasn't a good Georgia offense. I think they had 36 drops as a team, led the nation. I think in rushing, they were 92nd in rushing.
Wow.
So I think I think they averaged like 134 yards a game. So I think I think last year, when you see his frustration and everything, like, I agree, a leader should never show that, but I think he was just frustrated. I think that was a quarterback that felt he needed to do everything in his power to get his team to score. Like, no matter if he put
he felt like he just felt like, I got to win it. Like, I have to be the one to win it. Right.
Oh, yeah. Well, because you can't rely on a running game. I mean, they couldn't move the ball. And then their two closest games versus Alabama and I think Georgia Tech. If you look at the fourth quarter of both those games, Carson was literally doing everything in his power to get that team in the end zone.
Right.
And frankly, I trust Miami's offensive line over Georgia's. I feel like that's fair, even though Georgia is a really talented football team.
Okay.
I think Miami has more talented running backs and receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, I do trust Shannon Dawson as an offensive coordinator more than I trust Mike Bobo. Like, I think, because Dawson, I think, is a perfect schematic offensive coordinator. Like, I think he could be like, all right, listen, we're going to run this play, but if you see this coverage, then look off this way, then come back, and that should be open. I think that's Shannon Dawson's niche. Right, and then you put that together with Alex Mirabal, who at camp said it, where he helped, where Mirabal helped him learn how to set his pass protection.
That's right.
And I think that'll help out Carson Beck a lot more than when he was at Georgia. And frankly, I think he doesn't have to do too much. Our Florida State fans were just like, Cam Ward had to play hero ball. But they said that when he was at Washington State, he had to play hero ball and he would have to put the team on his back again. And okay, Cam Ward was the number 1 overall draft pick. We had the number 1 offense in the country. I think he did just fine. And frankly, I think the offensive line, CeCe's a junior, Inez Cooper is a senior, Brockermeyer, senior, Markel Bell, redshirt junior, maybe McCoy slides into that left guard spot. I think you have a lot of experience or like maturity on that offensive line
Mhm.
where everybody is an upperclassman. Like, and most of those guys have been together 2-3 years. Markel
Right.
Bell been there last year, so this is his second year. Brockermeyer, I think it was an All-American Big 12 center. Like, he's got experience there. You
True.
got Fletcher, Lyle, two very talented running backs. Like, I think Carson's going to be fine. Now, obviously, you did say that he likes to stare down a lot and everything, got that TVD, itis. But honestly, I think Dawson will kind of tell him like, "Hey, yo, just relax. You don't have to do too much. Like, just understand that the offense is going to be fine." And I think if you just don't put the ball in harm's way, the offense will move when needed. So I think I don't think we'll be as explosive, but I do think I see a lot of 8, 9, 10-yard drives, or not yard, 10-play drives that'll like keep the ball moving. And I think we'll be able to just, kind of pound some teams into submission. And if we do that early, then I think, JoJo, CJ Daniels, Ray, whoever the receivers are, even Elijah Lofton might be able to take the top off if every team thinks we're just gonna, be 10 yards a play. So
Well,
I think
here's what I'll say. Here's how I view Carson Beck. I know this is gonna sound crazy. You know how people said Nick Saban was like the coach's rejuvenation center or something like that? Where coaches went to rejuvenate their career.
Yeah.
I think Miami, hopefully this is not true, but since Cam Ward came and did it, I hope Miami doesn't become this, but I think as of right now, Miami is a spot. And I know I might be wrong saying it might be a little reach, but yeah, Coach Hayes football. Let's make it work. I hope Miami is a place where you can come as a quarterback to prove your value, right? Where if you're on the fence quarterback and your draft grade is not that high, you could come in that extra year and say, hey, I want to go there so I can prove who I am. I said Ken Ward did that to show his leadership. He did that. I think Carson Beck is the same way. Carson Beck, in my opinion, this is what I was going to say. Carson Beck, in my opinion, this year, he has to Joey Flacco this thing of the Ravens. What do I mean by that? Take care of the ball, right? Because you put up 12 picks. I can't say all picks are your fault, but they are your fault because they go on your stat sheet. But as we saw, I just did a breakdown. What, five or six, maybe of those are tip balls that fall into their hands, whatever. Take care of the football. Put ball players in the right position because you're now in year 6 of college. You should be getting your doctorate or working on it by now. And be a person that makes sure people are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, and just don't hurt the team, baby. Just, hey, your job is to do what? Distribute the ball. Be a point guard out there. That's it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and he can move. He's not a statue. He can move a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that ACC defenses will be a little bit different for him. Yeah, and I think that's a fair assumption. And also I think honestly, I'm with you. I hope Miami isn't like that, only because I think what happened is Mario hired Josh Gaddis first year. That didn't go so well. The year after that, you had TVD who came out. It was put on an interview and everything like that, where he was just like, I don't like to read defense. I like to know where the ball's supposed to go, and I put it there.
Who said that?
And TVD. It was in one of the podcasts. I'll see if I can find it. I'll send you the link.
Humbug TVD. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but so he literally was just like, no, I just like to know where the ball's supposed to go so I could put it there. And then you had Emory, true freshman, who didn't have he's not really like, a quarterback that you could put out there and be like, hey, go throw for 350, 70% completion percentage and get this thing rolling. He's not that type of quarterback. So frankly, I think Mario used Cam and is probably going to use Carson like this, where he's just trying to jumpstart the engine. Like he's recruited very well. The past 3 full cycles he's there. He could do his first one with Inez and McCoy, but he's recruited very well for his 4 years here at Miami, and it looks like he's going for a top 3 class this year, especially.
Okay.
And I think he's using the transfer portal for quarterbacks just to try and jumpstart all the talent on the roster. He's like, if we could just prove to these players that we could win, then we could actually continue what we're doing. Miami went 10-3 last year, and that was an underachieving season because of the type of offense we had.
Yeah, I'll say this shot last thing because I got 77. You've been super patient. Appreciate you. Here's what I'll say though, Shot. At what point do we not dig in the transfer portal for a quarterback? See, that's another show. I'm gonna do another show about it. But the true question is, how long does this door revolve of quarterbacks, the one and dones, until, because what's going to end up happening is, if I'm a high school quarterback, why in the heck would I go to Miami if I'm going to keep being over-recruited and we're one and done? I'm not saying that's a trend now, but it takes 2 plots to make a straight line, right? 2 points make a straight line. It takes 2. Right now we got Cam. Right now we have what? Carson Beck. Next year, is it going to be Emory? Is it going to be Luke Nickel? Is it going to be Judd Anderson? Is it going to be Darion Coleman? I don't know.
Well, to your point, I honestly don't think Miami would go for a Carson Beck if Emory didn't have the showing he had in the bowl game. Like, I think they'd still get a veteran, like somebody to just be in the room, somebody who could be a bridge in case Emory went down and they weren't so confident about Judd or Luke. If Emory did what we all hoped he would have in the bowl game, I don't think Miami would go get it back. I think they would have gone a little bit lower on what they were looking for. And to the point, that's coaching, because they should have got Emory ready by then. He had the whole year. There's no reason he should have looked like that in the bowl game. There's no reason.
I hate to say this, but I hate to say this, though. This is just, again, my opinion, brother. I don't believe they believe in Emory. That's just how I feel. I've been around this game long enough when they trust you, when they don't trust you, when you're good enough, as the saying goes, and y'all know I'm a Kane fan, but I call a spade a spade. Sometimes in life you have to go where you appreciate it and not tolerate it. Even though sometimes you could appear to be in a better place, but you're being tolerated and not appreciated, right? Right? You could have the job at Goldman Sachs, but you're being tolerated. Or you could go to this startup and be appreciated and turn it into the next Goldman Sachs. I'm just talking trash to talk trash, but y'all get where I'm going. And the cane juice bite. Try to wrap it up, talk to us, and I'm going to get to 77.
Hey, we're 13 weeks away, Coach. 13 weeks away from Notre Dame at the Rock.
I don't know about 13 weeks because my math ain't math.
No, we are. We're a little bit over. We're a little bit over 13.
What I can tell you, I don't know about no 13 weeks, but what I can tell you is that we 94 days, 16 minutes, hours, 59 minutes, and 13, 12, 11 seconds from whipping some leprechaun butt, putting them back in a box of Lucky Charms, and shipping that junk back to South Bend, Indiana.
Oh, for sure. And you know what? I can't, like, that game and the Florida game are the 2 games I'm excited about, because Florida fans have lost their mind.
August 31st, a Sunday, dog. When they had the last college football game on a Sunday?
I have no idea.
Because Labor Day is Monday. Coach gonna be in the place to be. I'm ready. I'm mad. I see a leprechaun. I'm gonna bite his head off. Anyway, man, let me get to 77, man.
All right, Coach, man.
Much love, man. Be safe out there in the shop, baby.
You too, man.
Much love. All right, 7070, man. You've been super patient, brother. I appreciate you for calling in. Talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Coach Hayes, I got a bone to pick with you, man.
Oh, but before you pick it, let me know who's picking my bones.
Man, it's Coach Jay out of Texas, man. That's why I'm picking this bone with you,
Coach
man.
Jay, what's up, baby? Talk to me.
Coach, I'm just saying, we got Daryl Page, we got Rocky, we got Shark Town Kane, and then we got 7070. Coach, I'm going to need a little more respect, Coach. That's all I'm saying, man.
I apologize, but I try to do that for the members. Are you a member?
Oh, I don't think I am. You're right. Fair enough.
Hold on.
Fair enough.
Hold on.
Hey, you're right. Hey,
all I'm going to tell you is this.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
You got me.
Yesterday's price is not today's price, Coach. But anyway,
you got me, Coach.
I'm just messing with you. Talk to me, man.
Coach, man, look, you showed that film, Coach.
Yeah.
And I feel worse, Coach, from last week. We in trouble,
man.
Coach.
Y'all got to stop.
Man, we in trouble, Coach.
Y'all got to stop.
No,
stop this. Stop. See, that's the only thing. No, y'all got to coach. Your name Coach J. Coach. Start coaching, Coach. Y'all stop it.
I'm a coach. You right.
Because what do coaches do?
I want you to react. I want you to respond. Is that all right?
Okay, I just say one thing before you go. What do coaches do?
We coach, baby.
That's right. So when you look at that, if you was a fan, I'd be like, hey, fan, relax. We got this. But as a coach, those are very fixable fixes. If that's even the right way to say it. They're very fixable fixes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, coach. All right, talk to me. I'll respond. Let's play your game.
Now, I say this, though, at the same time. The things that you listed are fixable. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one thing that's not fixable is that internal dog, if you will. And I'm not talking. Go with me for a minute. Think about the league and the quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. Think about the quarterbacks of the league right now. You got the Jaden Daniels of the worlds and my man from the Eagles, right? And you got to this point where it's a little less pro guys and a little more mobile guys, or guys that are dual threats, if you will. I'm looking at the tape of Carson Beck. I like what I see on his highlights. The only thing with the highlights is guys are in wide open, or he's beating man coverage with better athletes. And we could say the same thing about Tyler Van Dyke. But the point when you part out his lowlights, he kept throwing a guy to the guys that were underneath. And if you're looking at the film, he was struggling against zone. Who else do we know most recently that struggled against zone coverages? Tyler Van Dyke. Tyler exceeded against man coverage and struggled against zone coverage. And if you don't have the legs to escape, or the pocket's presence of a Cam Ward, that you don't have to be the fastest, but you just kind of have a feel for the pocket. I don't know if he extends the plays like Cam Ward did. In other words, when we survived on 3rd and long in a 15-second play, Carson Beck is getting sacked, or he's throwing the ball into Hail Mary mode, and it's going back the other way. That's the part that's not fixable in my mind, Coach, because he's not those guys in that department. He don't have that in his tool bag. Now, you don't have to have that to be successful, right? Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, they didn't have that to be successful. But if you're not Tom Brady as far as the processing and anticipating throws and all that good stuff, then it helps you to be a speedster like a Jaden Daniels. Okay. So that's my concern with Carson Beck is like, okay, you're beating man coverage. That looks good. Tyler Van Dyke did that. And you can hit the open guy, cool. Most quarterbacks can do that.
Okay.
But what I didn't see, Coach, was him excel really well against zones, because everything you point on the low lights was guys underneath, right? And they'll drop into that zone, and he don't see them. That's scary, because teams drop 8 against us because of Carson, because of offensive coordinator's air raid coaching style. Okay. So you're gonna see drop 8 when we're not running the ball. So I'm gonna stop there, Coach. I'm gonna let you cook a little bit.
Oh, I ain't really got to cook. You can let it simmer, because to your point, I think you have a very valid points and very valid concerns. Especially in today's football, right? Let's just call it what it is. And one thing we do on this channel, we don't blow smoke, right? We go call it what it is. We're going to be honest. Sometimes we be a little fanned out, but we ain't too fanned out. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to ride for the orange and green, but we're going to give you what it is. And so to your points, he doesn't have the jets, but can he move the sticks? I believe so. Right? He's not a little guy. He's not a little dude. Demeanor wise, I don't know. And again, I'm not there every day. I'm looking at a film. But from that film, you can gather a lot because you are looking at really the ultimate deal, the ending deal, which is the game. You could fake it in practice. You could. I mean, I used to have a player. He was a rah-rah dude. Man, that boy wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight if he had fruit ninja knives. But through the week, practice warrior. Come the first one in gases. Man, put him out there in the game. Man, out there, knees shaking like Mr. Bojangles, man. He ain't ready for that pressure. So I say all that to say, looking at these games, I'll say this. When things are not going well, that's why I like to look at lowlights. And whoever made that video, shout out to TPD Podcast, or whoever made it. That's what coaches look at. Coaches, highlights are like the trailer to a movie, right? That's what highlight videos are. Highlights from high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting, whatever. Highlights is what gets you to go to the movies to watch it. How many times have you seen a movie on TV? You're like, man, that thing look good. I'm going to go watch it. And you go sit in there and be like this. Man, what the hell did I waste 3 hours for watching this foolishness? So football recruiting is one and the same. Highlights are great. But football is one when stuff goes bad. As Rocky used to say, it's not when you knock down, it's when you get up. You got to fight yourself through it. And that's why I didn't like his face, his demeanor. Because that will carry. That's infectious. That thing will spread through that bench faster than that ninja, if you know what I'm saying. So that's one thing. Second thing, to your point, I think it comes along with film study and understanding. I don't know Georgia well enough to say this, but I'll make an assumption here. Cam Ward played at a Division I program at Washington State. Cam Ward played at Incarnate Word, another program. Cam Ward comes to his third school and says, I learned how to set protections. By default, we think all Division I schools are teaching their quarterbacks how to set protections. Isn't that fair?
I think that's fair.
And by default, we think that, oh my God, Georgia won all these games because they are the ultimate coaches. I think that's a fair statement. Right? I don't know what Cam Ward was taught at Georgia or what he wasn't taught at Georgia. I don't know. But just because you have a logo on your helmet doesn't mean you're the epitome, like you are the creme de la creme. Sometimes athletes do outplay scheme. So I'm saying that to say that maybe give him the benefit of the doubt right now that, hey, maybe Shannon Dawson going to teach him something that he was never taught. How to understand and how to look for those undercutters. How to understand and look for, hey, when we run this, right? Here's a perfect example. Dang on it. I'm going to try to draw this quickly. Right? I don't know if y'all can see this. Cut this goddamn light off. I know it's about a 10-second delay, coach. All right, y'all see that right there? I know there's some real fugazi stuff right here.
Well, like a 72 concept.
Okay, right? Some people could look at this and just say, hey, it's a smash concept, right? Smash.
Right.
But here's what we'll say, right? We got a smash concept. All right, fine. Well, this corner, there's some real elementary stuff we're doing right now with the way we're doing it, but let's do it.
Come on.
Right? This cover 2. In cover 2, the safety going to get on top of the corner route. The corner is going to sit on the hitch.
Correct.
Fair?
Fair.
If the safety is over top of the corner route, you drive that ball. Is that fair?
That is correct.
If that safety undercuts that corner route, you put air on that ball. Is that fair?
Correct.
Okay. Now, you heard what I said. Safety over top, drive that ball. Safety underneath, put air on that ball. Is that fair?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Now, here's part 2 of the teaching. And you have what they call delay ends and follows, right? I may run this hitch route right here. But if you have a linebacker over here that vacates, then this receiver may be taught to fill that void. Have they taught at Georgia? This is a question. I'm not saying this is what they do or didn't do. Have they taught at Georgia to Carson Beck that if there's no work underneath on that circle right there, if there's no work, have they taught him that corner is going to insulate this corner route? Now, here's what we're talking ball. You ready, Coach?
Yes, sir.
What did I just tell you? If that safety is high, what should Carson Beck do?
We're driving it.
You're going to drive that ball on the line, right? So the safety don't have a chance.
Yes,
but did they tell him if there's no work right there, that corner's going to insulate, that drive going to turn into an interception? See, and shout out to Nope. He said that's a simple cover 2 read to be fair. No, I know it is. But I'm just trying to use something simple. We're talking on the phone. I'm doing it on a sheet of paper. But Nope, I appreciate you. So I said all that to say. So I said all that to say. But I said all that to say, even simple concepts that haven't been taught can result in an interception. So, and we're talking a basic cover 2 concept, a corner route. Like, come on, like this is as high school as you can get. You see what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I don't know what Carson Beck has been taught or what he has not been taught. But whatever he doesn't know, hopefully Shannon Dawson will open his eyes to it the same way in which he opened Cam Ward's eyes to pass protection. And that's all. I'll just leave it at that.
And that's a fair point, Coach. And I agree with you from a coach's standpoint. You're right. You would hope that coaches teach them that, right? In the coaching world, we call it the if-then. Mm-hmm. If they do this, then we do this.
There you go.
If they do this, then we do that. That way the offense always has the pin last.
If this, then that. Yeah.
Go ahead, Coach.
I was saying if this, then that. Yes.
Correct. Mm-hmm. And now, you read what Nope said. Nope said it's just a simple cover 2. It's different because cover 2 has reads. To your point, Coach, that cover 2 safety was in the hard flats. When that outside receiver ran that in route, then he clouded up to the top. Mm-hmm. And when you got DNs coming around the edge, it ain't that simple when you got a clock that you got to get rid of that ball.
Come on now.
And by the time you got rid of that ball, you never seen that corner that was lurking. And his responsibility now went to the linebacker.
Any boy running 4-4.
Ain't that simple, my brother.
Hey, any boy running 4-4 off the line now.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. It ain't that simple, Doc.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, Coach, I appreciate it. I got 37-36 on the line up in there, man. You got to call in more often, man. We back in the building. We rocking and rolling. We got 94 days, like they say, until we shake a leprechaun by his feet and see how many coins fall out his pocket. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, Coach.
Hey, and you know my motto.
Indeed, baby.
You know my motto. You know my motto, right? Yeah, we don't beat you on the field. We'll whoop your ass in that parking lot. So,
don't do it, Coach.
Hey, I'm just telling you. Huh? Like state property.
You and Rocky out, man.
Shout out to Benny Siegel, dog. Get down or lay down. That's all I can tell you.
Woo-hoo.
If your number is higher than our number in that stadium, our number going to be higher than your number in that parking lot. That's all I'm going to tell you. And I'm out of here. For sure, man.
Out of there, man.
All right, man. Be good, dog.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you.
Sure. Yes, sir. All right, shout out to Coach in the building. 37-36 on the line. Rocky, you still back there rocking with me. I appreciate it, man. 37-36. Call and talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Coach, what it do, baby?
What's up, man? Who we speaking? Oh, who is this? That sounds like the Law Dog.
It's the Law Dog, baby.
I can hear you,
What's
dog.
up, Coach?
I'm good, man. What's up, man? We finally talking about some Canes, a real football team.
Yeah, man, I had to call coach because they tell him give my boy a break, man. He ready.
Who?
This ain't Georgia, coach.
Who? Judd Anderson?
Man. Yeah.
Oh.
Let me give you a comparable, coach. This is where I met with it in my mind. I'm gonna give you something. Let me tell me what you think about it.
Talk to me.
I'm thinking so just so hear me, I'm strictly talking about the opposite side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I need Beck to give me what Jalen Hurts get at Eagles. And let me tell you how. So we got JoJo Trader in them out there. We got unproven, but he supposed to be a guy. We got Joshua Williams. We got our young boy 12 out there doing his thing. Malachi. And then we got CJ Daniels. We got Lofton at tight end. We got some backs in the backfield with a transfer that just came in. We got Mark. We got 2-1 out of Aquinas, and then we got a couple guys, right?
All right.
So I'm thinking, Shannon, you would just, if we coach it correctly, because I'm not saying that we not going to necessarily not have the moments where he going to have to let his nuts hang, but we paid him big money. He came down here with a girl coach, broke up with her. He all over the city. We deserve it. He owes us that. This Miami, this, you know what I mean? He on the beach with it. This ain't Athens. And the pressure not the same.
South Beach Beck around here. That's gonna be his new name. South Beach Beck.
South Beach Beck.
I coined it right here.
When he doing his thing, go ahead, coach. Let's go ahead and put the money on that one behind that South Beach Beck.
South Beach
That's
Beck.
What's gonna go down.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna go down. He ready. And then the equivalent to what he do is on them tush pushes, I need Beck to get them. That's simple. He can do that, right? Jalen Hurts ain't no hell of a passer, but he put the ball in good spots and let his guys go make plays, right?
Yep.
And I think we got a hellified offensive line, right? So I feel like we can turn the hand that ball off and get it done. Now the places we gotta go, that's where we should be, where's the Georgia atmosphere, week to week.
Now that I agree with. I've said it before, Law. Listen, I've said that before. Our schedule this year, maybe about a notch or two harder than last year. Other than that, that's it.
Yeah. But his resume do say like what coach 25-3.
Oh, the man lost 3 games in 2 years of starting.
Come on, coach. Where we get that? Okay, let's take him off the team. Who the guy?
Right. No.
So tell Miami fans start acting like that, bro. It's on, baby. This our year.
This it. I'll tell you this, Law. I'll say this, Law.
Coach.
I got 2 names. I just thought of this right now. It's on record. Poor man's patent. Y'all listening. 10:48 p.m. on May 28, 2025, the year of our Lord. I think that's how you got to say it in order to get credit. But anyway, check me out.
Okay.
South Beach Beck is when he balling.
Okay.
Yasmin, I end up being damn Johnny Carson, a whole comedian out there. Huh? You get it? Johnny Carson Beck, Johnny Carson, comedian. No, that one don't hit that hard.
South Beach Beck, the one, coach. That's where we going.
That's my whole point. So my whole point is when he balling, he's South Beach Beck. But if he ain't balling, he Johnny Carson. He's a straight joke. Get that crap out of here.
Yeah. See, he can't do that. I don't think he really got a choice, coach. The money, man, we spent the money. Lamborghini. He went Lamborghini. He got the girl. Like, what else he wanted? And he was protected. Let's not act like this one the number one guy at one point coming out last year.
Wow. Hey,
you know what I mean? So,
yeah. I'm with Law. I'm with you.
Okay, so you with me?
I've been with you. Like I say, my job is just to point out the good, bad, and the ugly, make people aware.
I'm telling you, I ain't even necessarily saying because we talk, coach. So I know where you at with it in a way, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm saying when I hear like the guy before me, I like what you said. Something I didn't like because it's like at the end of the day, it's like we just need him to be a good college quarterback.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Listen, when he go to the pros, that's on them.
Yeah, Ken Dorsey for me. Get us there.
Come on. Hey,
that's all I want, coach.
Man, y'all clap it up for my dog, right? He just said something. That's enough clapping. Here's what I'm going to say. To your point, Law, and I know this is going to sound crazy, and it might sound super selfish, but it's the reality. When I was coaching high school ball, they'd be like, well, coach, is he going to play that in college? Let the $8 million dude figure that out. Because here's what I know. I need to win these games here today. Because if I don't win these games here, they're gonna the reason I got this job because the dude before me wasn't winning. So if I'm not winning, what I'm gonna go in there and tell my boss, hey boss man, no, I mean I know we lost the game, but I wanted to make sure our best player was gonna play what he gonna play in college. That's why I lost the that's why I never made it to the playoffs, because I wanted to make sure every player I had was gonna play what they gonna play in college. You know what he gonna say? Sir, get out of my office. Don't even pack your stuff. We'll mail it to you. So I say all that to say, when he go to college or we go to the league, they'll figure that out. They'll figure that out. You see, they figured it out with Jalen Hurts, didn't they?
Damn sure did, didn't they?
They sure figured it out. Figured it out all the way to a championship.
I think Shannon got that. And not to cut you off, but I think Shannon got that. I think he got that in his repertoire to get the ball on the outside of Tony and my boy Ray. I mean, man, it should be there. It should be. I don't see why it's not there.
All right, let me ask you a question.
I
want to ask you one concern though, Law. I got Rocky back in. Carson Beck. Do you think last year had a decent receiving core?
Nah, I don't think he. Well, I think outside of that one guy. Nah, they didn't help each other, coach. They ain't play complimentary ball.
Okay,
I say that.
That's fair.
And he never had, and it was never a guy out there either.
Okay. Here's my question to you, bro. Just because I questioned it, I'm speaking to everybody, but just because I question it doesn't mean I agree or disagree. I'm posing a question. I just want to see how another person thinks about what I'm about to say. Do you think the Hurricanes fall in the same boat as Georgia when it comes to the receiving core? Because before you answer, I just want to say this. Because all of the people that's lining up have great potential, but potential means you have not done it yet. Shout out to Ray in the building. I love it. Been there, waited his turn, been super loyal. But let's be very honest, hasn't done it yet at a lot of reps, I'm saying. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying he hasn't. It's not like he walking into a guy that's a 2-3 year starter. This is what you know who he is. Right now, we don't know who these guys are. We think we do. JoJo Trader played a little bit last year, got nicked up a little bit. We know his potential. Malachi Tony, true freshman coming in, know his potential. Chance last year, right, got hurt a little bit. He has potential. The young freshman kid that came out of West Broward, I forgot his name, the tall cat. Potential. Williams. Potential.
Joshua.
The only one I think that we can maybe check some boxes with is Elijah Lofton. And even with Elijah Lofton, we saw great potential, but was it maximized? Or was he just kind of a spot player where we could see like, damn, that dude, like we see, he got some good magic tricks over here, but is he a full magician? Talk to me.
There you go. Okay, I say this. And that, in a way, you right, because it's unproven, but I think we how can I say this?
Hold on, Law, you ain't at a loss for words, are you?
No, it's not that I'm lost for words. I just want to say it in a way where it makes sense. Initially, because I don't want to load it too much. But let's say this. This on Carson Beck. Beck he's been in them situations already, man. It ain't nothing else new he can see. Ain't no more pressure. Ain't no more game time. This the game you got to have. Ain't no more. He's been there in them situations. So it's on him to make these guys better. And the reason I say he should, because that O-line we got up there, you get a little bit more time back there, coach. This ain't what Ole Miss got coming off the line. This ain't Auburn. This ain't Florida and they terrible offense and they got gangsters on defense. And you still got he should be able to read that and let Ray get his confidence and stack that guy a little bit down the field. It's gonna take a little longer for the ball to go. He just got to put it there. And these guys got to. We got to get our money worth, coach. What we paying them for?
Hey, Carson Beck, my man, listen up. Listen closely, my man. We shot you $4 million, dog. Them ticket prices went up. Let me tell you something, Carson. Don't let me give you that leprechaun treatment. When I say Lucky Charms and Law Dog say magically delicious, you know what that means. We're gonna take you all back to the stadium, take your cleats off, and whoop the bottom of your feet. We're gonna get $4 million worth of something. Whether it's gonna be play or we're gonna get $4 million worth of your behind. No diddy. You better come out there and show up and show out before we guess what? We show up and show out, homeboy. Now take that to the bank. Duval. All right, my bad. I'm back.
I need that freshman work, Coach. Like, them freshmen that we bringing in, it's time for them young boys to start playing. I ain't trying to wait till the junior and them, because them guys be leaving.
For sure.
So, Tony, I need to see it. Williams, I need to see it. If he a guy, I need to see it. I ain't with all that. Play the best guy.
Listen, man, I'm all for it. Listen. And here's the thing. Guys. Here's the thing. Mario Cristobal said it in his interview. You can't learn football if you don't play football.
There you go.
You got to play. You got to play. But, Law, I'm going to just say this, man. Hey, man, we ain't playing no game with them. We finna jump on their head, and we going to make it happen, man. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we need to reach out to Beck people, man, and tell them we got one.
Hey, the South Beach Beck. Don't get turned out, homeboy. Don't get turned out now. Huh? In the words of Trick Daddy. Hey, in the words of Trick Daddy Beck, I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Trying to tell you now.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, man, let me push on here. I got 5881 on the line.
All right, go.
Much love, though. There's Law Dog in the building, man. All right, 5881. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Do me a favor. If you are going to call in now. I still got Rocky on the line. I'm going to get him here at the end to finish. I say he got a lot to say. So by the time I finish up with this call, if you want to call in, 862-799-9956 right here on your screen. When I finish up with this call, I'm going to lock the lines and finish out with Rocky if I have no more callers. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
It's Bo from Hollandale.
Bo from Hollandale. What's up?
Yeah, you know, home of the Chargers.
Okay.
Wish Damon would have stayed there forever. Would have been on top right now still.
Hey, man.
But you know, anyway, I'm calling about the Beck situation.
Okay.
Because everybody want to always throw Cam in there.
Okay.
He's not Cam. He never would be.
There you go.
He don't need to be Cam, and he don't need to be TVD. We need you to fall in the middle of that. Which as far as taking care of the ball. I done looked at his highlights before. It's like he was trying to do too much, Coach.
Okay.
Like all that best quarterback. He was rated as the best quarterback last year before the season started.
That's right.
Like all that pressure got on him and all the YouTube and all that. You just look at it, Coach. He was trying to do too much. Just like you point out all the under routes wide open. He steady trying to throw deep. Steady taking what the defense gives you. That was a doing too much quarterback last year. We don't need that. We got a three-head monster right now in that backfield, Coach. We got an O-line that's going to move you.
Mm-hmm.
So all we need him to do is take care of the ball. He's going to take some shots now.
There you go.
But it also, it's some things in between the ears still, too, that you can see. It's like I said, that all that comes from trying to do too much.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to do too much quarterback this year. We had one of the greatest last year, and the defense threw that away.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me, Coach? If our defense would have been a shell of anything, I'd have took Coach D back last year. I know he'd at least got to stop.
Really?
We could have really made put some damage in that playoffs, Coach. That offense was real last year, man.
Okay.
But I see all the little Gator fans on your live. Oh, thanks for getting back. We gonna beat y'all. Y'all dumb and still lost the bet last year, man.
Damn.
Sit down. We not worried about Florida right now. We worried about Notre Dame. Notre Dame coming in here with a brand new quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I take a veteran over there any day.
For sure.
Season ticket hold. I'm gonna be in section 135 if you're looking for me and you want to play something. But anyway,
135.
I love
All
the
right.
O-line.
Mhm.
Yeah. And like you say, Coach, we ain't our wide receivers ain't proven.
Mm.
Not proven. So you know what we're gonna do. What they always say Cristobal love to do. We're gonna lean heavy on that run game, boy. And I won't be mad. But Beck, just do not be TVD. And you don't have to be Cam Ward. Please, buddy. Because we can make noise this year again.
Mm-hmm.
The
Man,
defense, I'm loving what I'm seeing as far as we got the DBs and everything. There's a lot of them got experience, but is it all gonna come together by week 1? That's what I need to know. And if it was up to me week 1, oh, I'm clearing that box. Y'all ain't finna beat me with love and all them. And Notre Dame wide receivers ain't that good too now, Coach. We can man that up. Trust me.
Yeah.
But Beck, somebody call Beck, let him hear this. Do not be TVD. You don't have to be Cam Ward. Fall in the middle. You throw about 7 picks this year, I can live with that. One of them being on a Hail Mary going into the halftime. Other than that, take care of the ball. Because Elijah Lofton, that's who's going to tear everybody up. He going to kill them linebackers this year. I promise you that, Coach. And JoJo, yeah, they going to get off. But this offense is really, if you look at it, is really based on their underman, their slot receivers. That's why a player like Malachi, Baby Jesus, and Ray, it's time for you to step. Because you know Baby Jesus. That man had that nickname since he was at Bunch Ball. Baby Jesus. I'm old, Coach. I don't been, this be my 45th year going to Canes game. I done seen it all, Coach.
Yes, sir.
So I just listen to a lot of these little whippersnappers run their mouth and all that. I know all these kids who done came up around here. My son grew up on Fort Lauderdale Hurricane Park. I know everybody, Coach.
Oh, you know everybody.
You feel me? Everybody. I done seen you win your state championships at North. Come on, Coach.
Where you been, boy? Oh, you saw Coach putting in work.
What? Come on, man.
I'm
locked in, Coach. But anyway, Beck, we don't need no turnover machine. Thanks for the call, Coach.
Much love to you, brother. That was awesome, man. God damn, that was a good call. You got me fired up, boy. Shit. Man, I just learned something new. You can put some of the stuff on the stage. I ain't worried about that. But anyway, shout out to Rocky in the building. I'm gonna go ahead and lock this thing up.
The conference has been locked.
Man, that was actually pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool. That was a good call, that dog. Got Coach fired up. I'm ready to rock and roll. All right, Rocky. I need you to talk to me, man. You say you got a lot to talk about, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and ride this thing out, man. Hope you took some notes. Don't come on here bloviating, pontificating, and vacillating. Come on here speaking that straight fire like Dylon. Spitting that straight fire like Dylon. Rocky, talk to me.
All right. So all the guys out there that are saying we need to play these young guys, I'm gonna give you a trivia question, Coach. I got the Hurricanes roster up in front of me.
Jesus.
What do CJ Daniels, Keelan Marion from BYU, CJ from LSU, Tony Johnson from Cincinnati, and Alex Bowman, the tight end we brought in from Tulane, what do they have in common?
None of them have ever caught a pass from Carson Beck.
Other than that, what's another thing they have in common?
None of them have ever played a game for the University of Miami.
You're killing me. All right, I'm gonna give you the answer I want you to hear.
Well, give me a hint. Give me a hint. Give me a hint.
All right. What class are they all?
Class of 21.
What are they? What are their current classifications this year coming into 2025?
Red shirt sophomores.
Wrong.
Red shirt juniors.
Wrong.
Red shirt freshmen.
They're all seniors, Coach.
So again, one and dones.
Yep, every one of them. Now, do you think that happened by accident?
No.
Neither do I. So to all these people out here, and you said it, I took some notes, saying that they need to see these young guys play. What you think is going to happen this year?
Based on what you so
the young guys that they had going in the spring, you got Chance Robinson, you got Nia Carr, who came back from the portal, You got Joshua Moore. You got Damon Upshaw. You got Malachi Tony.
Mm-hmm.
You really think that Mario Cristobal is going to roll into a season with 1, 2, 3, 4, those 5 true freshman names anchoring that wide receiver core?
No, I get that. But I think here, I totally get where you're coming from, Rocky. And I don't want to derail what you're about to say, but I think this is the balancing act of high school recruiting and transfer portal that I don't know if anybody has mastered yet because of the need to win immediately. I know that's not a word, but immediately is more important than immediately. And I say that, Rocky, and that's kind of what I was talking about, even about the quarterback room. When you keep over recruiting a guy, see, you used to over recruit a guy through high school. What do I mean? Hey, this guy was kind of on the fence. He could play for Miami. And then next year I go get Jeremiah Smith. Now over recruiting a guy is experience and age, right? So I'm saying all this to say to you, Rocky, when do you cut the safety net and play the young guys and build with them for 3-4 years? Just like I'm looking at our quarterback room.
So my rebuttal to that is in 2026.
Explain.
And I've said this before on other posts. I think this is the last time Miami brought in, and I'm sorry if I got the number wrong. It's either 18 or 19 transfers this year. They brought in double-digit transfers each of the past 3 years that Cristobal's been here, going into his 4th year. All right, this is his 4th year.
Okay, hold on. Quick question: how many high school recruits have they brought in ratio compared to transfers? Like 19 to what? How many high school? 19 transfers to versus how many high school? Can you see that? Should be right now.
I don't know that number. I'd have to go back and look at the numbers per class.
LMV, let me get you on the research team.
Last year was our smallest class. We had 13 that we brought in. That was the smallest one. I mean, every other one he's brought in since he's been here, Coach, has been 20 plus, right?
I'll tell you right now. So for Miami, see LMV, shout out to LMV show on the research team. She just sent me this stuff over. She go fast.
Okay,
but go ahead.
I'll make your point though.
Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I'm trying to get some foundational information so I can follow along with you. 2025, this year we brought in 20 high schools and 19 transfers. So an even split. 25, we brought in 20 and 19. And then one JUCO kid. In 24, we brought in 28 high schoolers and 15 transfers.
Okay.
That's the last season we just played the Cam Ward transfer guys. So I just go those 2 years. Yep. All right, go ahead. Talk to me.
Okay. All right. So of those transfer numbers you just named off, within both of those groups, how many of those were upperclassmen? Redshirt seniors, or I even call it juniors. I'll be willing to bet 90%.
I couldn't tell you that, bro. It don't even have it.
I'll be willing to bet 90% of those two numbers you gave for those 2 years in transfers were upperclassmen. Because when I look, I got it right in front of me. Look, when I look down our roster, and here's what I think they did. I think my personal opinion is I think Mario did a masterful job with the portal. Because here's what he did with our roster. He got us older. Of the 18 or 19 transfers we brought in this past season, I think like 16 of them are upperclassmen. The only young guys I see is the linebacker, the Bonner kid we brought in, and going up the list, the running back is a sophomore. Everybody else, Coach, is in that senior column.
The kid from North Dakota?
Everybody.
The kid from North Dakota?
Sir?
The kid from North Dakota?
The kid from North Dakota is a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
But other than those two, everybody's in the senior column. So he went out and he got age. He went out and he got experience in these different categories. The linebacker's a senior. The DBs are seniors. Okay, most of them. I see one outside of Poyser and O'Connor. All right, so that's 2. So that's 4. Anyway, my point is he went out and he got us experience. And I think that's genius. When you're bringing up these young guys and you're developing them in the system, all right, now you're going to go out and you're going to get, your 4th year here. You're going to go get another good recruiting class. I think we're going to have a top 10, top 5 class, depending on how it goes this year. All right. And I think you start to see next year those portal numbers dwindling. I really do. I don't think we take near as many as what he's had to take these last 3 years. And I think that's a product of what was left behind. Not to say that we haven't had people both in between, but that's my opinion on it. And it drives me crazy when I hear people say play the best player. And Mario's not built that way. It's just like the caller you had a little while ago talking about Carson Beck and his inability to run. I totally disagree with that caller. I mean, I think Carson Beck has the ability to extend plays, move the pockets, maybe not as great of ability as what Cam Ward has. But you look at some of those highlights in your film, Coach, and there's times where he extended plays, used his feet when he needed to, when plays broke down, he used his feet to make plays. Like you said, he don't have the jets, but I mean, he's got enough awareness to make things happen whenever things break down. I think that's all we need in our offense. And I think that's what Cristobal is going for. In his offensive play style.
Right. So to your point, I'll just say this. I kind of walk everything you said in reverse. So to your point about Beck, yeah, I think you definitely keep the chains moving. I'll say this: if he's on the 10, based on how that scenario looks, I don't know how confident that he's going to score. I don't know if he has the wiggles. I'm not saying you got to be Lamar Jackson. But I'm saying it like, for example, that 2-point conversion against Georgia Tech that I showed on there. I knew when he made that and he started taking off, if he don't throw that ball, the likelihood of him scoring is slim to none.
Yeah.
Now, can he extend the play? Yes. Can he get us a first down and keep the chains moving? Sure. Do I expect him to take it 30, 40 down the flip? No, I don't. And that's okay. That's not a bad thing. That's okay. Right? I'm not mad. Right? I understand.
Coach Hayes got that shirt from Temu before the tariffs kicked in.
Shout out to Shad. Shad said Coach Hayes got that shirt from Temu before the tariffs kicked in. Damn, Shad. That hurt.
$5 versus $40.
Shad, that hurt, dog. Because how you know that? I was trying to shop like a billionaire, Shad. I was trying to shop like a billionaire. Man, what's up with you?
What I want to see, Coach? You know what was so special about Ward last year watching his games? His competitive nature on third downs.
Mm-hmm.
When it was 3rd and 7, when it was 3rd and 12, whatever the case may be on third downs, when he was back there, he was going to get the first down. Go back and watch the Florida game. Go back and watch the Cal game. Go back and watch the Virginia Tech game. He on third downs, he was a bulldog. And it's going to be interesting to see if Carson Beck can mimic that.
So here's what I'll say, Rocky, to your point. Carson Beck does not have to be Cam Ward.
No.
But what Carson Beck has to do is possess some of the same attributes that Cam Ward had, right? Here's what I'm going to tell you. When I was in the hospital last year watching the Cal game, comes on at 10:30. I already told the doctor, don't give me no drugs. I'll take him at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to be sleepy. I got to see this. As bad as that game looked, and it was, I always had a glimmer of hope. And I always felt like we could win the game.
Even when he threw the ball across the field.
Even when he threw that ball and I threw my IV bag across my room and started leaking everywhere, I felt like
I kicked my cane juice across. I kicked my cane juice across the room when that happened. Kicked it off the table.
I felt like this game is still not over. I'm saying all that to say Carson Beck is going to be faced in a game where he's either going to confirm to the fan base that he possesses that or not. Just follow what I'm saying. Every game is not going to be a cakewalk. You're gonna crap the bed a little bit on some games. You're going to play like South Florida and start off a little rocky and then just hit the gas and blow them out. There's some games you're going to have to come back from that aren't pretty or great. The game plan may not be that great. Players maybe just not meshing the day. It might be a dreary game. It's rainy, whatever. It's football. Every game ain't going to be a blowout. Like when I be playing Cuban Kane on college football, I blow them out. But in real life football, he's got to have that moment where not just the fan base who's watching it on screen or in the stands believes, but his team believes. And what I saw in his tape, there was some doubt in his team. I saw Cam throw that interception across his body. Go look at the body language of the Miami Hurricanes. They didn't trip. They
didn't sweat.
They were like, hey, all right, dog, we got it.
They didn't sweat.
Yeah. And there's going to be a game in there. So maybe week 4 or 5, maybe even 6, that Carson Beck is going to have to prove his worth in that moment as a leader.
To me, and I wrote this down when you were going through your film study. To me, Carson Beck's best game last year was at Alabama when they fell behind all that way back and then they came storming back in the second half, because that showed the grit and the toughness and the will to do that, to get back in that game, to fight back. To me, that was his best game, or at least not best game. How you would say that? At least the game that showed me more than any of the other games did last season. You're talking about Carson Beck.
Man, Cuban Kane says, good job locking the phone. Man, I don't want to hear you come up here talking that foolery. No, but I'm locking it, dog, because you don't listen. What did I see? Here's the thing, Rocky. What did I say?
Debate, man. Look, we can debate all night.
But here's why people don't listen, Rocky. What did I say, Rocky? What were the instructions to everybody? If you want to call in, do so before I get off this net. And he was in here. E. Brown, let him talk.
Oh, here comes E. Brown. Oh, Lord.
E. Brown just trying to stay awake. He still think Johnny Carson coming on. I was making a joke, E. Brown, about calling Carson Beck Johnny Carson if he don't play well, because it'll be a joke. I didn't really mean Johnny Carson was coming on. E. Brown real old,
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody said let him talk. You know what? All right. I'm gonna let y'all fight it out.
Been unlocked.
Rocky, I'm gonna let you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you and Cuban Kane fight it out. Everybody say let him talk. All right, y'all here for a good time.
And I know what's coming.
Hold on, I'm gonna put a timer up. I'm gonna let y'all debate it. Go ahead, call in, Cuban Kane. You got 30 seconds, man. Somebody playing with you today, man. But he called in immediately. Let me see if I can put this up here on the screen, because this man here make you mad, but the timer working. Oh, we got us some action. We got us action. Okay, the timer working. Let old school talk too. Man, old school back there asleep. All right. Rocky, I got one call on here. See, this is why I got to lock it.
The conference has been locked.
Cuban Kane in the orange corner. Rocky in the green corner. Let me talk to Anonymous right quick, see what they talking about. I'm going to let y'all come out. We're going to make it happen. Anonymous, talk to me.
I got my American flag trunks on. Let's go.
Oh, Anonymous hung up. Well, I guess he was supposed to, Anonymous, whoever that was, supposed to sing the Star Spangled Banner, but they didn't do it.
No.
So anyway, this is the new Star Spangled Banner right here. Y'all ready?
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
That's the new Star Spangled Banner. All right. Rocky coming out of the orange corner from Louisiana. Cuban Kane coming out of the green corner from Hialeah. I don't know where he's from. Let's chop it up, man. Let's make it happen, man. Talk to us. What's going on?
27th Ave, Coach. 27th Ave. Get it right, Coach.
Cuban, we've done this before, man. On other,
Nah,
on other
this not
spots.
Polo,
Go
Rocky.
get it. Go get it.
This ain't you, Rocky. This is that Coach. You try me, Coach. Why you lying to people talking about you beat me in college football 25? See, that's what pissed me off. You be lying to people out here, Coach. You know you got your ass dragged by Duke 52-2 against me, Coach. Stop lying to the people out here.
What are you
Last
talking
week,
about?
a lot of people about how many pencils you had, and we found out you're a pencil thief. You're only a teacher because you go to school to rob people's pencils. You know what I'm saying? Stop lying to the people out here, Coach. I dragged your ass in college football 25. I got the video, I got the film, I got the pictures and everything, Coach. Stop lying to the people.
That's
Rock,
photo.
I'm gonna get you next.
That's
coaches lying to people out here.
That's Photoshop. I don't know what you're talking about.
I got the proof. Hey, PlayStation recorded it that I blew your ass out 52-2, something like that.
Hey man, I don't get down with that Diddy stuff. Ain't no blowing no ass. Listen, hold on. I don't get down with that Diddy stuff. Ain't no blowing no asses out around here. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. I'm just saying. I'm here to talk football. If you here to blow some ass out, then you need to go call the Punisher.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm good on that, Coach.
Okay.
I'm good on that, Coach.
All right.
Rock,
So
I just got a question, Rock.
hold on. Are you here to debate Rocky or not?
Yes, I'm here to debate Rocky, but I wanted to cuss your ass first because you just talk a lot of trash out here, lying to the people, and all this. I had to just check you pretty, I just had to check you on the line, Coach.
Something wrong with you, sir. It's really something
Ain't
wrong
nothing wrong with you. You lying to the people. Stop lying to people. Stop telling people you buy pencils when you steal them from little kids at the elementary school, at the preschool. My bad. I gave you credit for elementary, at the preschool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to stop doing that. That ain't cool, Coach.
So you still think Back to the Future movie was a documentary? You thought that was real. So here's what I'm going to say to you. Rocky, Cuban Kane, we in that thing. Let's get it going. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do, Rocky, because it's kind of impromptu. Cuban Kane say you want to call in. So I'll let you ask Rocky a question. He'll have 2 minutes to respond. Cuban Kane, you have 2 minutes to rebut. Okay? And then we'll reverse that role. Rocky, you can ask him a question. He'll have 2 minutes to respond. You'll have 2 minutes to rebut. Is that fair?
Love it.
We'll do that. We'll do that for 5 rounds. I'll put a poll up. Best 2 out of 3. I mean, best
I already won, Coach.
3 out of 5. I said best 2 out of 3.
Why ain't putting the poll up? I won, Coach. So knockout. Mike Tyson came in the ring.
Hold up, man. I'm just gonna put round 1. Rocky,
use one of those number 2 pencils, man. I know you got a bunch.
Man, come
on.
on.
Got a number 5, no lab. He don't got a sharpener. That's why.
All right, here we go. Rocky, round 1. Cuban Kane, you called in. You the challenger. Ask your question. You got 2 minutes, man. Buffoonery.
So I can ask my question?
Please, sir.
Rocky, come on, man. 2026, that's when the rebuild starts? Like, I mean, so, all right, the rebuild starts in 2026. When are you expecting a championship or a playoff run?
Who said anything about a rebuild? I didn't say anything about a rebuild. I said Mario Cristobal is using the portal as masterful as I've seen a head coach do it in college football. We was 5-7 our first year, whatever we were the second year. I can't remember.
7-5.
10-2 last year. I call that progress. Now, how have we done that progress? We've done that twofold. We've done by mastering the portal and by building recruiting classes. Now, you're asking me, why do I think it's a rebuild? Because you got the same problem that all these Canes fans have, and I argue back and forth all the time. And I said it to Coach, we got to play our young guys. We got Mario Cristobal as our head coach. He's not going to play a bunch of freshmen out there. like all you guys want. It ain't gonna happen. They're gonna get their spot chances. They're gonna get some PT, but he's not gonna go. Mario Cristobal, Mr. Old School, is not gonna go in there pinning a season on a bunch of true freshmen. It's just not gonna happen. So everybody in the chat talking about we need to play Josh Moore, we need to play Dalen Upshaw, we need to play Malachi Tony. Hey, look, very talented young players, but he's not going to go in there, rolling the dice on those guys, at Virginia Tech or, whatever the big games are on our schedule this season. That's all I'm saying. That's why he's supplemented.
Cuban King. Cuban King. All right. You finished? No, you good. Cuban King, you got 2 minutes to rebut. Go ahead.
So my question is, so when is the right time to play the young guys? You know what I'm saying? And number two, you said he's been killing it in the portal. Outside of Cam Ward and Martinez, what else has he been killing in the portal? If he's been killing in the portal, he's only had two players from the portal classes that been drafted. No, three players. He has not been killing in the portal. And his his recruiting classes have not been great. This year, we had 19 portal players and 20 recruiting players from high school. That is not killing anything. He's actually struggling because he's had a lot of misses. Now, people are going to say, players transfers, players this and that. No shit, because you're not playing them. You're playing these portal players that are not amounting to anything. So you're saying that he's killing the portal? He's not killing the portal. He's had 3 players that have been drafted in the NFL, 1 player that made all ACC. The other guys have been honorable mention or second or third team. He has not been killing in the portal. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I just need you to tell me, when is the right time to play the young guys? 2026? He's been here for 4 years. He should have played him year 1 or year 2 when he saw he had, quote unquote, a bad roster. Why are you waiting till year 4, 5, and 6 to play your young guys?
Can I rebut that, Coach, or you want to move on?
I give you 30 seconds. I give you his last 30 seconds to rebut it. Go ahead.
Because playing the young guys, as you stated, whenever he got here, basically what they said was those guys aren't good enough to be Miami Hurricanes. That's why they all bolted and had to reshuffle the deck on the roster. All right.
Why did you recruit them?
They kept a few. The ones that they recruited, they kept. The ones that was left over basically bolted. You got to go back and look at. Coach was kind of talking about this earlier. You got to go back and who left and who we kept. But you're talking about when can we play the young guys? Whenever the talent is up, they see the talent up to par on Greentree is what the standard should be. The Miami Hurricanes. I believe they did that this past season, right? With the kids that they recruited, because I think they did a hell of a job recruiting this past season. All right. And I believe going forward, like I told Coach, you're going to see a real dropping off of portal usage by Mario, because now I believe the roster's finally at a point when you start building it, like you say, in 2026, and you start playing these young guys. That's what I think.
All right, appreciate it. Right now, Cuban
Hold
King.
on, man.
You ain't get no comeback. This ain't LL Cool J.
I asked the question. I can't get a comeback.
You
this
did.
Is not a fair court, man. I don't like this damn judge. This judge is right leaning, Coach. You know what I'm saying? This judge don't like you.
Right leaning. You asked a question. He answered. You rebutted it for 2 minutes. He had 30 seconds because you gave up your 30 seconds. I don't want to hear that foolishness. Matter of fact,
and they gone.
Slap everybody in this joint. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all fools out of control.
And George, who I wanted to get rid of and pull his ass out of here 2 years ago, they should have folded his ass. Restrepo was the only person worth the shit that Manny Diaz put in the Miami Hurricane.
So you let him rebut, Coach.
No, I didn't. Y'all was talking. All right, here we go.
You let him rebut,
real quick. I'll just go with it, man. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna end this poll. And we're gonna go ahead and open up the new one. All right, go ahead, Rocky. You can ask him a question. I suck at this. I'm trying.
All right, Cuban. The synopsis on Carson Beck tonight. Do you think he has to be another Cam Ward, or do you think we can utilize his strengths and make him successful as a Hurricane? Go.
I'm not going to be like you new Canes fans. I was never a big Carson Beck fan. I did not want him here. I didn't like him at Georgia. I saw him against Florida. I don't like him. Right? He's He's TBD 2.0, right? Coach is going to have another show. Prove me that I'm wrong, quote unquote, part version 2. You know, I don't like Beck. He throws from his back leg. He doesn't put that in there. He has a TBD morale, the personality, the look. It just says TBD 2.0. You know, now going back to your recruiting stuff, I would have wished Mario would have had developed a quarterback. You know, by now we would have had a quarterback playing by year 4. This is year 4. We still don't have a Mario quarterback starting. That is a problem for me. You keep saying that he's an elite recruiter, but you're saying that he has a bunch of players transfer. That's why I don't understand this whole elite recruiting, elite evaluation, elite developing when we're not doing either of those in year 4. But for me, I wish we still had Ja'Cory Brown, would have got Buddy Ewers or Buddy from Virginia Tech or somebody else. I am not a Carson Beck fan. I'm not going to, you know, switch out because he's a Cane now. I don't like his mood. I don't like his attitude. I don't like his energy. So getting anything positively from Carson Beck, you're not going to get it. I never liked him at Georgia, and I don't like him here in Miami.
All right, Rocky, you like to rebut that?
All right, my rebuttal to that is, okay, Cuban, what did you want? You didn't want Carson Beck here, who spent years at Georgia, got, I don't know, less than 5 losses on his record, played around the style of offense that Dawson and Mario want to create. You didn't want him. You wanted a Ja'Cory Brown type. It's another problem with the Cane fandom. They want a Lamar Jackson or a Bridgewater or some runner.
I did say
Mario
Ewers, but you
Cristobal
didn't hear
will
that part.
never have a runner as a quarterback. He wants to go pro style. All right. He wants a pro style offense, pass first, because he knows that we're in 2026. So the fun and gun or the spread offense is where it's at. So he knows that. That's why he's got Dawson there. All right. There will never be a single wing behind center. Now, to secondly, you said that we haven't had a quarterback recruited by Mario start behind center. That you're gonna see that change next year. Luke Nickel, Darion Coleman, and beyond, you're gonna stop seeing these one and dones, Cam Ward and Carson Beck in the portal. And to my point, Cam Ward was a pro style extend your play quarterback. Carson Beck, maybe a little less standard, but of that same mold. Darion Coleman, same mold. Luke Nickel, same mold. They're not run first guys. You're not going to have Mario Cristobal is not going to have a run first guy behind center. Get over it, get past it, not going to happen.
Okay, so I got a rebuttal, Coach. So let me ask you this question.
You got 30 seconds.
And I don't think this is going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Let's say Mario has a 7-5 season, and it's a make or break here. You really think he's going to start a freshman quarterback or a first-time quarterback next year?
Can I go?
Yeah.
You got 12 seconds.
Yeah. Well, the answer there is, you said it. We're not going 7-5 this year. We'll be 9-3. We'll be 9-3, 10-2, and I do believe either Nickel or Emery if he stays, or even Darion Coleman has a shot to start next year.
You won't answer my question. I
don't believe we go quarterback in the portal in 2026. I do not.
I appreciate you for not answering my question.
All right, that's beautiful. Real quick, as we're going to round 3, Cuban Kane, can I tell you this, sir? We're playing the best 3 out of 5. So you are being rope-a-doped right now. You about damn near sleep. Your legs wobbly. Blood coming from your mouth, your eyes swelling profusely, you're bleeding profusely from the eyebrow, you're cut so deep, I don't even think Customata could help you. I need you to go ahead and you got to come out here swinging, my brother, because this is looking really bad right now. You're getting
I'm not demanding people. What could I tell you? Right.
You're getting
all right. I asked Coach Hayes this question last year.
Round 3. Action.
No, not last year. Last show. Rocky, are we going in the right next year? What is your vision? What is your statement to say we are going in the right direction? Not this year, next year. This coming season coming up. What is your quote to say we are going in the right direction?
By the way he's building the roster, by the way he's showing success for both, and I know you disagree with this, but with both recruiting and with portal acquisitions, with key portal acquisitions. We were, like I said, every year since Mario Cristobal has been here, we've had a better record. our offensive line at least has been fixed compared to what it was under the last guy. The defensive line is still a work in progress, but that's on its way too. Again, I say 9-3, 10-2. That's where I see us again this year.
What?
But with the recruiting classes consistently in the top 10, which will continue this year, I believe, along with the portal utilization up to this year to show that Miami is a place that you can win. All right. And again, he wants a developmental program. It's hard because when you're building a roster in the NIL era, you gotta do both, right? But truthfully, he wants a developmental program. So that's, again, starting next year, you'll see a drop off in the portal and an increase in seeing the guys that are coming up that's going to play. Hey, Cuban, if I'm wrong and he goes and gets 18 players next year in the portal, 18 more transfers, I'll come on here and say that I was wrong. But it's
No, I don't want you to be wrong. That's the thing. I don't want you to be wrong. I hope I'm dead wrong, right? I hope I'm dead wrong. I want this to be a winning program. These are lame conversations we're having, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of having these dumbass conversations like, are we going in the right direction? Are we winning these off-season? You know, my rebuttal to you is like, I don't give a damn about recruiting classes and all that. I care about the wins on the field. Are we getting to the ACC championship game? Are we winning the ACC? Are we getting to the playoffs, right? That is the next development of this program. If we don't achieve one of those three, we are not going in the right direction this year, right? All this other stuff, top 10 classes, portal, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a damn because we're not winning. Last year, we had a perfect opportunity to make it to the playoffs, and we choked it away, right? If we don't make an ACC championship game, win it, or get to the playoffs, we are not going in the right direction. All that off the stuff, all the top 10 recruiting classes, who cares about that when you're like heavy in the portal? That makes no sense. You're hustling backwards when you do that.
All right, action. That's awesome, guys. Hey, everybody put your hands together. That was a real roller coaster of a debate.
Or was it? It was fixed.
My goodness.
Fixed. Can we get a round 4? I'm dying to ask a question.
Go ahead.
No, hold on now. Here's what I will say.
You said that's 3 or 5.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Rocky whooped your A. Here's what I'm gonna just tell you real quick. Rocky ended up winning that one. So just to tell you, I got both of your hands
up. How the fuck did he win that one when he said that, you know, the right direction is going, you know, off the field stuff?
Man, here's what I'm gonna just tell you, man. If you don't like it, take it up with customer service in the back. LMV back there working. She doing the nails. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. Round 1, Rocky won 62-38. Round 2, Rocky won 91-9. Round 3, Rocky won 78-21. Like I said, if you don't like it, take it up with customer service in the back. I think LMV back there.
And look, that's the chat voting, Cuban.
Yeah.
The chat. Yeah, got nothing to do with this.
You do know I'm like the most hated Canes fan. You know, it's me, Groove, and I don't know who else. We're like the top 2 most hated Canes fans.
South Coast.
Y'all terrible.
Coast, yeah, we're the top 3 most hated. So actually, that's a good number that I got. 20-something. That's a pretty high number if you ask me.
I'm dying to ask this question. Round 4, let's go, Coach. I'm
hey,
dying.
Real quick, Kitchen. Lavelle Kitchen said, LV, how you know that? How you know she better LV back there doing her toe? You know that little pinky toe she got? It really don't have no nail on it. It's just some hard skin, so she just painted red. Because you know she don't have no toenail on it. How you know that? But anyway, all right, man. Let's have a quick conversation. Man, I'm getting out of here literally in 3 minutes, man. I gotta get working. All right, so y'all, yeah, we can have a legit conversation.
I got a question for Cuban Kane. I got a question. I'm dying to ask. Let me ask a question, Coach. One more, please.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you think?
Cuban.
Yep.
Do you think 2024 was a wasted year for the Miami Hurricanes?
Hell yes. Hell yes. Don't even have to finish that.
And why?
Hell yes. Because first of all, you Mario fanboys are overrating, you know what I'm saying, that whole season. I know, you know, watch this, Rocky, what did Juan King say?
Cuban Kane, orangutan, maintain, Rocky in 4.
Rocky, what did Juan King say, Rocky?
Joaquin said dominate.
Did we dominate?
We came close.
No, we did not. We did not. Cal, Louisville, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, so on and so forth. We did not dominate. What domination looks like, what we did to Florida last year, and what we're going to do to them this year. That was the expectation, and we did not do that the whole season. We did not dominate the season like we did against Florida. If we would have done that, we would have been national champions.
That's real.
So no, yes.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
2024 was a clear. It was not. No.
Hey, here's what I'm gonna say at the end of round 4. Let me tell you something, Skip. I don't care. Shout out to Shad for 199. I don't care if you had a Cuban cane, a orangutan, or if you even tried to maintain Rocky and 4. That's all I'm saying, Skip. That's all I'm saying.
But it's Rocky and 5. Rocky and 5.
You can have a Cuban cane, orangutan. Hell, you better try to maintain Rocky and 4.
I'm ready to rebut that. I'm ready to rebut it, Coach. I'm ready to rebut it. Give me a chance.
Yeah, y'all do y'all thing.
What say you, Coach Hayes?
When y'all gonna wrap up this dead dance? This is awful.
You said 5 rounds, Coach.
I said best 3 out of 5. Best 3 out of 5. You swept the man, dog. He literally under the rug begging for air.
See, y'all making this story Rocky 35.
I'm trying to live up to Joaquin, baby.
Well, go ahead and dominate.
Go ahead, Rocky.
Where's this fireworks? Y'all
Hey, Cuban King.
Losing ratings here.
You said it was a wasted year last year because we didn't dominate Virginia Tech. Blah blah blah. Because Joaquin said dominate. I'm asking another question.
And we didn't make the ACC.
Let me ask you another question, Cuban. What did Bill Parcells say?
Get a 26-year-old? Oh no, that's Bill Belichick. My bad.
What is Bill Parcells' famous line? I'm gonna tell you. You are what your record says you are. We were 10-2. I don't care how we got there. I don't care if we sleptwalk to a win. A W is a W.
And what trophies we have at the end of the year? What trophies we have? What trophies we have at the end of the year?
I ain't talking about trophies. We in year 3.
You played. What did Benny Green say? You play to win the game. We didn't win the damn game.
He also said they are who we thought they were.
Well, I'm gonna say this to y'all.
Play to win the game.
I'm gonna leave y'all in the back. This is what I'm gonna say to y'all. We don't care about no Cuban cane, no hurricane, or E. Brown walking cane. Rocky and 3, Skip. Anyway, listen up, man. On the real, no, y'all hold tight back there. But listen, man, on the real, man, this has been a pleasure. We have fun. Like I said, I know there are a lot of big-time recruits in Coral Gables right now. I know a lot of other content creators been talking about them.
Off-season bullshit.
I know we're going to let them talk about it. I get it. I understand. I don't want to do something different because I have never really talked in depth about Carson Beck. That's why I wanted to break the film down. Like I said, this film has been copyrighted. As soon as I press the end stream, I'm going to get an email and say your video been copyrighted. So what I'm asking is y'all just go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, just hit the subscribe button, man. We had a good time. Other than that, man, we appreciate y'all. Check out for the WREs coming out. If y'all notice, Canes family, I try to put out the players that at least drop the U in their top 5 or 6. So I'm trying to keep us aware of what's going on, man. Y'all got to help. Y'all got to make these videos get big, man. Huh? Y'all help Coach out, man. So with all that being said, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Much love to everybody. Shout out to Rocky. Rocky 4 now.
V12, man. V12. I'm
V12 ready. He ready, man. My dog in the cocoon right now. He hibernating. He chilling. He waiting for the season. He ate up all the fish, and now he
don't ever show up for the off.
He's doing. E. Brown. Shout out to Cuban Kane in the building. He always getting slapped around like a medianoche sandwich.
I'm looking at the damn chat. Nobody there. Shit, I'm getting my ass dragged in the chat.
Yeah. You terrible. So with all that being said, we up out of here. Peace.
I got a damn vote.
Thanks, Coach. All right, Cuban.
Now you still on?
Man, let me tell y'all something, man. That was the most boring goddamn debate I ever heard in my life, man. Y'all sound like 2 old dudes in a domino park, man. Y'all better turn that thing up, man. Like we want Mario to turn that up.
Well, Coach is going after ratings now. All right. Next time.
But Rocky, hold up, Rocky, come on now. Seriously, 2026 is when you're expecting a motherfucking rebuild? Come on, Rocky.
I never said that.
Slap this fool.
Yes, you did say that. You said so many words, bro.